Good evening and welcome back to Untitled Chapter TV. Slightly different show today. We are back with our international friendlies, and it's the England Lionesses vs the Belgium women. I'm not sure of their nickname, so it's just the Belgian women for me. I'm sure Adam will correct me at some point if I go wrong anywhere.
Belgian women's fine for me.
Yeah. But this is our first of 3 international friendlies. The teams for the Euros have been announced, which is really exciting. I know. Yesterday, I was travelling home. I managed to connect to a bit of Wi-Fi in Manor House Tube Station. I saw the team sheet and I started bouncing around the tube, and people looking at me like, "What the hell's going on?" I said, "The England women team's been announced, and all the Arsenal players have been picked." So I was absolutely bouncing off the ceiling yesterday. I mean, boys, what did you think?
Pretty good. As I think maybe expected. There wasn't the huge controversy that, shall we say, came with the Olympic lineup. I like the fact that Serena has leaned more on towards youth than experience. Glad to see Mead made it. I mean, she was always going to make it, but after last summer, you don't know. Great to see there. Great to see Lotte getting a chance in defence as well. I think she's earned the chance to do that. And Leah captain, which is fantastic. So very much looking forward to seeing her in the midfield alongside Walsh, and of course Paris as well, who obviously has that tournament experience. She scored in the last Euros and obviously in the last World Cup. So I think she's on the bench tonight, but she'll have some tournament experience that'll be invaluable.
Definitely, Matt.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember who's in the squad and who's out of it at the moment, to be honest. But when I was looking at it yesterday, the team was coming out as I was traveling on the bus, so I was sort of like in and out with everything. But it was nice to see that again. We got some players that were kind of happier there. Some of them that you can kind of question whether or not they're going to.
Matt, if you look at your TV screen, you'll see the squad on the screen. Sorry,
yeah, got it.
There you go.
No, it's all right. I've got it on the tab now as well. So
yeah, do apologise.
No, it's all right. There's a few questions in that squad. I think a lot of people have questions over the centre midfield roles. Jill Scott, Georgia Stanway, Kira Walsh, Leah Wilson, they'll all play in that central midfield role, but they're all sort of central midfielders. They're not attacking midfielders, apart from, say, probably Frank Kirby and Georgia Stanway.
Yeah.
You've got the 2 pivots in Kira Walsh and Leah Williamson. So, and then Jill Scott is there to fill in the gaps. And everyone keeps on questioning why Jill Scott was in the squad. I kept on reminding that she's the tallest player on the pitch.
That will help.
If you're putting in a ball, the tallest person you want on the pitch is either your striker or Jill Scott, because they're going to get you the goals. I think Adam was doing one of your Twitter highlights, and Jill Scott scored an important header in one of the Euros a couple of years ago.
Yes, she did. That one has yet to come out, but I have finally found footage of it, which I'm very grateful for. So she scored the winner against Netherlands in 2009, and she's also scored some World Cup goals as well along the way. So yes, definitely. I think we need her for an experience. I think she's got a lot to give. She's not a starter anymore. I think that era has passed, and I think we've now got Williamson and Walsh in the midfield rather than Scott. I am glad she's come along. I think this probably will be her last tournament. How these things sort of line up, and she hasn't played that much football. But then on the flip side, that should hopefully mean that she's a bit more fresh. So we'll see how that pans out. But no, not surprised to see Scott. She's been ever present since I think about 2007. She's been in the running for that long. The bigger controversy, I think we all agree on, is the Steph. Well, I don't think it's a controversy, but the press are determined to make it one, and that's the Steph Horton exclusion. I think it's the right decision, despite many in the press clamouring for her to be in the team. And that's a sad sort of end of an era, really, because obviously I remember watching her at the Olympics and she was amazing. And sadly, I think her time, and injuries have sort of caught up with her, and it's the end of her England career. But I think, credit to her. She's been a credit to her captain, a credit to her nation.
Oh no, 100%. We've had the lineups about half an hour now, and you've just said. Hang on a second. Let me just pull this up so I can see it on the screen because it's a bit small for my eyes. A minute. And we've got Mary Earps in goal. We've got Lucy Bronze, Demi Stokes, Kira Walsh, Willie Bright, Lotta Wobbemoy, Beth Mead, Leah Williamson, Ellen White, Georgia Stanway, and Lauren Hemp for a start. What a lineup, boys! I mean, I'm happy with that. It's a strong lineup, but from what I see, and I think the most interesting pairing is probably Lotta and Millie playing at the back together for me.
Yeah. No, I'll go with that.
Obviously, we've got the age-old rivalry between Arsenal and Chelsea. But tonight, I've got to take my Arsenal hat off and think, yeah, this is going to be interesting. Matt, what do you think?
Yeah, when I'm looking at the squad, it looks quite good. Obviously, we've been told that through the Twitter that these aren't going to be the official numbers. They're going to come next week. So, but that's a concern for next week. We can sort of relax now and sort of understand where we're getting. I'm quite a bit questionable as to why we're having 3 fixtures instead of the 2. But it's a chance for some of them to implement where they're going to be for the Old Trafford game. One of my biggest questions is actually the goalkeeping position. We don't have Kylie Telford. We don't have Siobhan Chamberlain. We don't have
Bartley.
Karen Bardsley. Karen Bardsley's stopped playing now altogether pretty much. So it's a bit of a shame really because Karen Bardsley was a great goalkeeper for England, and now I think that's if I was to pick one team that's going to hurt us, I would say in our group it would probably be Norway. It would probably be like a Frida Marnham long ranger or a Henderberg or Hansen. It will be one of those sort of players where they'll really test you, and you got to look at the goalkeepers. I think between them they've only got roughly just between 10 and 15 caps each, which isn't enough.
Yeah.
Really.
No, there is reasons obviously around that because Karen Bardsley was the England #1 up until the end of the World Cup, and after the World Cup we had no qualifiers, and then we had the pandemic, so that period of nothingness just extended until obviously very recently. I think the 3 friendlies they'll use a different goalkeeper for each one. So Mary Oates tonight, and then we'll see maybe Ellie Roebuck against in the next game. I think it's maybe against Netherlands. I think the next one, and then maybe Hannah Hampton on the last one.
I think the last one might be Netherlands, if I remember rightly.
Oh, that's okay. Well, however it scrambles around. But I think we saw in the Honor Clark Cup that I think Wiegman, Serena liked sort of all 3 of them. I don't think she's settled on an exact one yet, which was if I was a betting man, I would say Roebuck. I think she's sort of been earmarked as being the next England #1, but she was a bit shaky in 2 cup finals recently, especially in the air. So
they've all got their weaknesses, though, haven't they?
Yeah. So
we've seen that in WSL this season. Hampton, she has decision-making issues. Same with Mary Earps. I always go back to the Miedema goal where she decided to mark the post instead of actually.
Yeah, that was a weird one.
I'm trying to remember the other goalkeeper now.
Ellie
Roebuck. Ellie Roebuck. She's been injured, hasn't she? And she hasn't had. She's only just come in since January.
She only had half a season.
It's a bit of a worry when you've got half a season. And actually, perhaps that's an issue with the Fran Kirby as well. That's probably one worry that you kind of have is: are they fully fit? Are they fully aware of everything that's going to happen, or have they been looked after pretty well over the last couple of weeks?
Well, it wouldn't be an England tournament if we weren't taking injured star players to a tournament in the hope that they'll suddenly become fully fit for the match. For every Beckham and Rooney and all that lot. So we'll see how it plays out. Well, what I like is that even without those players that have got question marks over them, the team that is there is still good enough. It's not like we're relying on Kirby having fit and it's her or nothing. We've got Stanway in the middle. We've got I think Ella Toon as well. So it's not like when we in 2006 where you had the starting 11 and then you had some squad players that who were never going to get on or start. We've got, I think every player in that 23 could start a game and you wouldn't see a drop in quality. And I think that's really exciting.
Yeah, I mean, I know you were one of the first ones, Adam, to say to me in our WhatsApp group chat, Euro winning squad, and I'm looking at this squad, and I like this season we've watched some of these players week in, week out. I know I've watched the odd Man City games. I love watching Lauren Hemp. That's what I think she's absolutely bloody brilliant. If she's starting, I'm more than likely going to be watching that game. So is there? I definitely think we have a chance as long as we keep our heads and keep our heads down and focus on it, maybe game by game. And I think that's what Serena will be doing.
It's the first time we've got a best-in-class manager managing the Lionesses. As in, I know we've decent managers done decent things in the past. Hope House got us to a final. Mike Sampson and Phil Neville got semi-finals. But it's the first time we've actually had a recognised women's manager who is well renowned in the game and has won, trophies and the biggest, big trophy, like the European trophy. So I think we got as good a chance as any. So we'll see how it plays out. But
no, definitely. Yeah. So the chat at the moment is absolutely buzzing, and we'll pull up the chat in a minute. But what are your thoughts on this decision on Steph Houghton, Matt? Matt, I keep going to call you Sam. I don't know why. I'm so sorry. I've been doing that for the last couple of weeks. Matt, what do you think? It'll be worse when he comes on the screen. So I'll be looking at him and I go, no, I do apologise. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. When it comes to Steph, it's a close one because a lot of people were going to think that Steph was going to come in and Lottie will be the one that would be. Sorry, I've said Lottie instead of Lotta. See, I'm doing it now.
I love it.
Well, yeah, Lotta would have come in and been that player that would have gone. But I think that we're showing at the moment that there's so much quality. Even we've now got an under 23 side, we've got an under 21 side, so they've got plenty of time to get experience and things like that, and they're coming through gradually now. They're not like saying Lauren Hemp who's going to go straight into the team. They've got you missed out on this one, but you're going to be in the under 23s, and you just go from there, and it's good to see. So maybe that's one of the things that might be looked at in the future with that. Other players as well, like Anna Patterson, she wants to play at centre back. She's learned quite a lot at Villa. She might be going back to Villa on loan next season. So it's important that there is a pathway now for them instead of going straight in unless they are at the top level. And just to add to that, I think a lot of these teams going into this, they're not going to realise how quality some of our players are. Because although they might have watched them, they haven't watched them in the Champions League. So some of the City players, for example, like Kira Walsh and Georgia Stanway, they wouldn't have been able to understand whereabouts they are. So there'll be question marks over how you defend against some of them or how you attack some of those players. But it's great to see. It's a bit of a shame for Steph, though, in the end.
No, definitely. What are your thoughts on that, Adam?
Yeah, I was going to say, so Steph, I did my first, it wasn't a Lioness game because it was Olympics, it was Team GB. And I went to the Olympics and watched Steph Horton, scoring in every game. And she sort of became the hero of that sport. And I thought she was going to be this brilliant defender that was, this rock at the back. And she was captain and she had a few good tournaments. But at the last World Cup and at the Olympics, her partnership with Millie Bright didn't work. And there were a lot of mistakes at the back that eventually caught up with us at the end. I was discussing with someone on Twitter and they said, that's something that cannot work. So the only way you would have Steph Horton, I think, in the team, if you're going to start Millie Bright, which I think looks likely, she's on the first in the back, is someone, to come off the bench. The problem then is, there's injury question marks around her, which Serena's highlighted. But if you're picking Serena, you're blocking somebody else. You're blocking somebody else their opportunity to be in the team who probably warrant it, like a Lotta Woodman-Moy. Or an Alex Greenwood or someone like that. And if you're going to, which is why I think it's the right decision, 10 years come to an end. And this is probably us closing the book on Steph Horton. Again, I said before, she's been a brilliant servant for the Lionesses. She's given some great moments, some great goals. It's a shame that the World Cup ended in the manner it did with that missed penalty. and that may, that I might wrangle with her for a while. But no, it was the right call and the brave call. We some of the managers who've been pressured into picking, names of players, rather than the talent that should deserve to go. And I think it's credit to Serena that she didn't bow to external pressure that was trying to encourage Steph to go and just say, no, this is the next era. We're moving on. And I think the same will happen on the next tournament. I think some of the names we see, like Jill Scott, I think they won't be in the next tournament. This will be their last one, and then we'll move on. So, but yeah, thanks for everything, Steph. You've been an absolute legend.
Oh, brilliant. I couldn't put that better myself. Thanks, Adam. I can't really add on to that, but no, I completely agree. The last couple of minutes, the Lionesses have just tweeted that Jess Carter won't be involved tonight as she's still following her programme and working towards full fitness. So that's the latest update on that. I'm going to flick through some of these comments now. Got Lee in the chat. Evening, guys. Jill Scott does bring a ton of experience in a young squad, 100%. Shame for Steph, but it's the right decision. Yep. Albert's in the house.
Hey, Albert.
Good evening, panel. The correct decision in regards to Steph Houghton, in my opinion. But to be honest, I'm surprised Paris had made the squad. But in the whole, I am pleased with the squad. I think Albert's got another comment further down. And the one person that did surprise me was Chloe Kelly.
Yes.
That was a bit of a wild card. I am surprised Paris made it, but I understand why she's there. Because I think I've seen her play in the last tournament, maybe 1 or 2 games, and she was absolutely brilliant. I didn't follow it as well as I will this season. So it's not this season, this time round, I should say. And what do you think of Chloe Kelly actually getting called up? It's just something that's a bit different. It's interesting for me personally.
Yeah, it's an alternative to Mead, basically, isn't it? Because Chloe Kelly is basically the right hand to Lauren Hemp's left hand on the wings at Man City. It's pure pace and wing playing crosses. So I think she provides an exciting alternative. I mean, Mead's been electric, but we don't want to play her every game because she'll burn out and crash. So I think it provides an exciting alternate. The only question mark around her is injury. Obviously, she had that. I think it was an ACL or something. She had a really bad injury. It's out for a year. And but if she could refine that sharpness that she was building up towards, because she looked like a certain pick for the Olympics. And I think if she managed to be fit, and they'd gone with Chloe Kelly and Hemp, they managed to have that as the front three with Ellen White at top. I think England may have done a bit better and looked slightly less blunt as they did. So I think it's an exciting one. I think she deserves a chance. I don't think.
I wasn't saying that. I was just a bit surprised. It's like the wild cards of the forward, so to speak, for me.
It's the unknown. It's the unknown because we haven't seen much of her. So I'm excited by that one. I'm intrigued. I think we'll probably see her come off the bench maybe in one of these warm-ups or I don't think she'll do a 90 minutes. So we might see her tonight, and that will be quite intriguing. Just to reverse it on the Paris one, I was very intrigued that Paris got picked because I think we can all agree her form was not great for Arsenal this year.
She did get her 50th goal thanks to our wonderful captain. But it's taken her a while to settle in. I'm hoping there is rumours that she could be off to that lot up the road or somewhere else. But if she does stay, I'd like to see her play for us a bit more.
What I would add is in the last World Cup, she scored a penalty and then missed 2 others. And that sort of fed into why Steph Houghton took that last penalty, which got saved as well. So, we had a
load of penalties, didn't we, in that tournament?
Yeah, it was a narrative that had that it was like a check. Like there was a narrative there, and it hits prime when we hit the USA, and it was like you could have seen it coming. And I don't think she had that great Olympics either, but she has experience. She scored in the Euro. She scored in the last Euros against Portugal. She scored against Scotland in the World Cup. I think she will be a bench option, and I think it'll be purely for experience. I think we'll see her come on. If we're winning a game, she'll come on in the second half to maybe take off a Hemp or a Mead, rest them, and then she can hope to see the game out. And maybe she'll get some confidence from that last goal she got against Aston Villa for Arsenal. But no, I don't think she'll be a starter, but I think she'll be a decent enough squad player. So hope all the best from her.
No, definitely, 100%. Matt, have you got anything to add to that excellent answer as always, Adam?
Well, with Chloe, I've known her a little bit because she originally started out as an Arsenal player.
Mhm.
She then moved over to Everton.
did.
Actually, when she was at Arsenal, she actually played against Luz. Luz in I say Luz, but apparently it's pronounced Lewis. So,
Lewis FC.
Yeah, Lewis FC.
Yes,
Yeah, in the FA
Lewis,
Cup.
yeah.
And one of the person that I knew, she actually ended up playing against her, and she said she didn't like her. She thought she was very arrogant and a bit selfish. So it's interesting that she's gone sort of moved up on from Arsenal, and she's now at City. She's still playing quite at a high level. You look at some of the others that we've seen, like I'm going to always go back to like Freya, who's now left over for a scholarship in America, which is it's quite interesting but when it comes to Chloe Kelly, I think there's still question marks, especially when it comes to the fitness as well. Again, Ali Roebuck, who had the injury and then was back in January. It's just one of those things, isn't it? And you think, imagine if all of those players were actually fit for an entire season. Would that have made a bit of a bigger difference, and probably would have made a lot of those questions over some of those players a little bit more straightforward. I think Chloe Kelly, she showed what she was able to do in that game, in the FA Cup game against Chelsea. She had some good chances, but she couldn't put it in the back of the net. But then again, Ellen White does the same thing, and she takes about 6 chances before she finally scores one. So
it's always a good goal, though. That's the problem with Ellen White. It's always good.
Not
for England.
I enjoy watching Ellen White though.
Whenever Ellen White, I'll go back to the League Cup final, and she bundled she basically did a front flip, and it just hit her in the head, and she just sort of rolled over the line.
Yeah, I think there was one. What was it? I think that Mead ended up claiming it in the last game. Was it Latvia? It was like a weird cross, and she like tapped it after it went in. And I think they awarded it to her. I was like, no, that's Beth Mead's goal. What are you doing? She touched it after it crossed the line. I actually grew around it and looked at it. I was like, yeah, she touched it afterwards. They still gave it to her.
What I know about White is that she's a better striker for England than she is for Man City. I mean, she didn't have a great season at Man City, but for England, and one thing I'll always credit Phil Neville for is he managed to unlock Ellen White, because before 2019, she struggled a lot in front of goal. But she only scored, I think she scored against Japan in 2011, and then didn't score the next Euros, and then didn't score in Canada. Got basically a tap in off a rebound against Scotland. It was only now that she's suddenly become this amazing striker. So there's no question.
She's much more of a tournament player, isn't she, than she is?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, she'll occasionally score the game, the goal in qualifying, but I remember the game against Northern Ireland as well earlier in the season. She couldn't hit the barn door. And then it took Beth Mead to come on to score a hat trick within about, was it 12, 13 minutes or something ridiculous?
Yeah, like that.
Well, some of these teams are going to do that in that tournament. You can't just be that lenient. You have to be quite forceful in front of the goal. So maybe Chloe Kelly can be that secret weapon. It'll be interesting as well with Fran Kirby as well. See how
that was the next person I was going to talk about. We all know how much I dislike Chelsea women, just in general. Before I continue with that, Albert, thank you for sticking that comment in. I've just flung it up on the screen. Very intrigued to hear about more of Chloe Kelly, as I've heard so many good things about her. Want to know the thoughts on the panel about her. I would have read it sooner, Albert, but you kind of beat me to it. You're on my same wavelength tonight. The last 2 comments before we go in. Big ups from Neil. Neil. And then Albert, smash that like button. Top class panel with Matt Adam and Lottie Van Totti. Thank you, Albert. So Frank Kirby's made the England squad. I haven't had the pleasure of actually seeing her play Arsenal yet. Well, I have, but it's FA Cup. Please don't remind me that was a nightmare. I was in the
displeasure.
Yes, she was absolutely. If I was a neutral, brilliant game. As an Arsenal fan, no.
No.
But we haven't really seen much of her this season, apart from December. That's the only time I've seen her play, like live. But are either of you like surprised she's actually been called up at all?
I'm not. Frank Kirby's a very interesting case because she's scored in her last 3 tournaments, but she hasn't really played well. So she made in the words of Mika Richards, she burst onto the scene against Mexico when she beat 2 players and got a shot in off the post and sort of kickstarted a World Cup campaign where Mark Sampson unfortunately gave her the title Mini Messi, which has sort of not gone down well. And
sorry, I just looked up at my TV screen and I saw Emma Hayes. Oh,
right. Moving on. Anyway, so and then she got a goal. I think she got a goal against Spain the last Euros, and then at the World Cup she didn't play that well, but then got up to a goal right at the end against Sweden as consolation. I think the problem is you can only play her in one position. That's 10, and I think often England will play the 4-3-3 or not. Not a formation that would accommodate attention. She's often shunted out onto a wing to try and help with the attack. I know that Kirby's a very talented player. She's won Player of the Season before. She's been electric form. Very recently, she's had some serious sort of medical issues, as we know. I think she lost an entire season at one point with her heart, and then recently she had this fatigue issue. So I'm just hoping that she can be somewhat fit. But then at the same time, we're not dependent on Kirby. Kirby's an option, but she's not our sole option because we have Stanway in the centre. We also have Toon in the centre. So we're not relying on Kirby. But she has quality. If we need to, if it could be that we change up a team and we put her in the middle, and if she's prime and she can find the path and she has the creativity and she's fit, England are all the better for it. And I really want to see a tournament where I can see the real Frank Kirby because I still haven't seen that. And it's annoying because we see it for Chelsea, especially against Arsenal, but we never see it for England when I read.
Yeah, I'm just wondering at this point, Matt, I'll come to you in a second.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering at this point, can she pretend she's just playing Arsenal and just pretend Mead and Williamson are not round her on the same side? And then she might become that superstar that we see every time.
She was good in the Arnold Clark Cup because she got that goal where she ran the length of the pitch to score right at the end.
Yes, she did. I actually did watch
break.
that game back. That was a very good goal because I missed most of that tournament because of work. But I did watch all of it back. That was a very, very good goal from her.
We will see how she does. I think, again, she'll be a squad player, but I think she might get a few starts depending on injuries and so forth. If she's fit and she's focused and she's in the zone and she plays, and Serena plays her in the best position, then there's every chance. But yeah, there's a few things that need to sort of slot into place for her to sort of work. So we'll see.
Definitely. Matt, what are your thoughts on Frank Kirby being back in the England squad? Sorry, guys, I just got to get the mute button. I've got Emma Hayes on my screen. There we go. That's better.
Yeah. This is the thing, is that I've always remember that first World Cup that I watched was the 2015. And she was just bursting, as you said, bursting onto the scene, jazz hands and everything. And she was amazing. It was nice to see such a young striker come in and be very, very lethal. And I can't remember her height at the top of my head, but she is very small for a striker.
I think she's got to be about 5'4", 5'5".
She's probably a bit taller than me, and I'm 5'5", so she's probably about 5'6".
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. She's not as small as me then.
But it's so weird to see her play in that attacking midfielder role, but she suits it so well as well. The way she manages to play almost like I'm going to call it the 9.5 because you're not quite a striker, but you're not quite a attacking midfielder because
the Miedemar role.
Yeah. That's it. That's what it's going to be named, the Miedemar role.
And when it comes to England, I think she just raises her level a little bit more. I know, Adam, you talked about she hasn't found it, but when I see her, I just think you've got something special there. Yeah, at tournaments, she's able to be that player that clings onto her, go and press the full defenders and make that mistake and get that chance. I know someone else's comment is that about Kirby at the moment.
I'll get to that in one sec, Matt.
I think Kirby will probably suit this team a little bit more. You've mentioned Ella Toon. I don't know what people see in her. The only stat I can bring up is that she's made seven assists, which was the second best in the league after Viv.
That's not too bad.
That's not too bad.
Yeah,
but
I know she plays for Man United, but
she doesn't do anything.
The problem is
I remember at Old Trafford, no, it wasn't her. It was Katie Zellum who missed the bar when she was like 5 yards out.
She didn't. And she
I don't
didn't
know
make
how.
the team.
I don't see what people see in her soon, and it's where I turn around and go, right, okay, this is your chance to, like I said about Caitlin Ford all season, right, this is your chance to prove me wrong, and she does it at times. She just needs to do it consistently.
What I would say on that whole Toon thing, sorry, Lottie, I was going to say with the Toon thing is, the only thing I remember from Toon is her missing that sitter at Arsenal when they could have gone 2-0 up. That's my outstanding memory of Toon. And I would say with Zellum, I think we'll regret not picking.
When was that, Alan? Do you remember?
Meadow Park, when Katie McCabe got sent off and Blackstenius got a late equaliser.
Oh, yes.
And Toon was clean through. I think we'll regret not picking Katie Zellum, because if we have a corner in the 90th minute and we need a goal, we need someone who can score from the corner flag. And I think not having that weapon could work against us. Again, I think with Toon, she's a young player and it's an option. She's one for the future. And I think, if she comes in an unknown and gets a goal, I think back to 2015, look at Lucy Bronze. No one had really heard of Lucy Bronze, but the moment she belted that strike into the top corner against Norway, suddenly we all knew who Lucy Bronze was. So it only takes a moment, and it could well be that, Toon steps up, she gets a goal, she gets a late equaliser or winner, and suddenly it's, this player, she's amazing. So, we'll see how it goes.
What was funny about that tournament was that everyone was scoring, even the centre backs and the left backs. And everyone was scoring. It was almost like a free for all. And I remember a load of them being long ranges as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was a lot of great goals in there. Anyway, sorry, I interrupted you.
It's all right. No worries. Another Matt's in the chat. So I got two Matts.
Not another one.
That's all right. I've got a stat man and Matt. There we go. Sorted. I haven't forgotten that. Yeah. Matt Kirby is only there because Nobbs is out. I'm gutted for Jordan Nobbs.
I know.
I mean, at the Villa game, just before she went down, she was over in the box, and I saw her face drop. I've already told you guys this story, but I'm really gutted for her. I'm hoping she'll be okay for the World Cup. She deserves to go to the World Cup. She deserves to go to Australia with the team.
Yeah. Obviously, she's been to about three. She was in the 2013 Euros and just didn't get a game. And then obviously 2015 she was injured, and then only obviously 17. I think what she realised, what was so traumatic, it's not that she's missing on Euros. Is she realised that she was going to have to do punditry on Channel 4 and watch 4 Gareth Southgate England games, and just the thought of that just set her over the edge.
It's mortifying.
Mortifying.
If I would feel the same, to be fair. After the last few internationals, but do you know what? I've been watching the under-21s. I've been watching Balogun and Smith Rowe tear it up. So
of course,
I'm a happy England fan at the moment. I don't care about the first team.
And Jordan Nobbs' punditry was the silver lining and what was a very miserable break. So I'm
going to have to go and listen to that back. I think
absolutely
for sure. But yeah, we're 10 minutes before kickoff. How are we feeling?
Excited.
A bit odd the way that Stella Artois adverts running.
Yes,
try not to describe it. It's a bit of an odd one. Let's just
post watershed. No, in the words of Josh Kroenke, be excited, and we should be, because it's a very exciting.
100%. We should have. Serena's at the wheel.
Absolutely.
Serena's at the wheel. So 100%.
I'm hoping that we change the words to the Atomic Kitten song.
Serena, Wiegman, you're the one.
Yeah.
I don't know. That might. I don't know. I think that might give us wrong impression.
No, I'll change it to Serena.
You know what, Matt? I know you sent me the picture of the training kit, but Leah's got it on now, and I think it's actually pretty. I'm gonna have to buy it. I want it.
It looks less bright than it did, but
when it's on,
brighter, it will give me.
From the images that you see on your phone, it's a lot brighter, but it's actually really nice. And I don't do training kits, but it's actually really good. Yeah, I'm just. Who are we expecting to come off the bench tonight? Who are we going to call? On the bench, we've got Rachel Daly, Hannah Hampton, Fran Kirby, Ella Toon, Alex Greenwood, Nikita Paris, Chloe Kelly, Bethany England, Jill Scott, Ellie Roebuck, Alicia Russo, and Jess Carter. But Jess Carter will not play because will not play because of her fitness.
I don't think the keeper will come on. I think England will come on. I think maybe Greenwood will come on as a test. I think Daly might come on. I think is it 5 subs?
5 or 6. I would say.
Yeah,
and
then she might test the fitness of either Kelly or Kirby. That I think we might. I think if I'm hoping England can get a goal. People like obviously a goal, but like people like Mead or Head can get a goal and then come off. So like they've been substitute because the work is done, not because they haven't done what the manager wants. So that's the sort of thing I'm keeping an eye out for. Interesting enough, the last time we played Belgium, it finished 3-3.
Ooh, so hopefully I'm hoping for a really good game. I think one to watch for the Belgian players is definitely Janice Cayman. I mean, she's played for Lyon since 2019. She's just won the Champions League with them. I think, did they win the Champions League this year?
Oh, they did. Oh, they did.
She's the most capped player in Belgium's history. She's had 6 goals in the World Cup qualifiers already. She netted 5 of them within 8 matches.
She's their star.
They have won the group. But I also think one to watch is Amber Tiask. She's plays for, is it Louvain? Louvain? V-I-A-I-N. But she's given the freedom to move about the pitch. I think we might be in trouble. Matt, do you know anything about either Cayman or I can't pronounce that.
Of course he does.
This is the great things about these. That you get to know these players, and
Matt, I forgot to tell you, we got him to buy one. He's bought one, and he's bought all the boxes.
Yeah, I know.
He's got over 200 now.
I've got about 5 packs of stickers to burn through, and I've got a magazine to open up. So my weekend sorted. Well, half my weekend sorted now.
Well,
so
I've got a lot to send
thanks a bunch.
Yay! You're feeling left out because I've even got George involved.
No,
as well.
I just saw it there, and I thought, you know what? I would never live with myself if it comes to the end of the tournament and Lottie's like, I had 1 sticker left, and I thought I was standing right next to a sticker thing, and her missing sticker could have been. And I let the team down, I let the tournament down, let myself. Yeah, so I thought, you know what? I'm going to plug in and just see if we can fill someone's sticker book.
See, the other thing as well is that even if you get odd stickers, if you really wanted to, I'm going to try and pick out one of the.
It's like I've got a spare Leah Williamson.
Yeah,
I'm going to get her to sign it next season.
See if you can get it to sign and things like that. And then you can make it like an Arsenal starting 11 and just get them all signed, and then you can frame them. I mean,
are you fair enough? The sticker book they used in the squad announcement, that wasn't the same sticker book that they had in. It's not, wasn't that sticker? No.
I want one of those, but I don't know where to get it. So,
I don't think it's real. I think it's probably made up.
Yeah, I think it's Lotta's tweet made me laugh. She said she wouldn't trade hers for any in the playground. I'm sitting there thinking, can I actually get these or what?
It's not.
Let's see what
comment in the chat before we kick off, because the England women are now coming out the tunnel. I've got to say, the Euros ball is a pretty ball. It is a pretty football. Hope you're all keeping well, guys. Glad to see you back on stream from Neil.
Thank you, Neil. One thing I would add is it's interesting to see Ellen White. There's a debate I saw online of whether Ellen White would start or whether Russo would start. And I think it's White too, isn't it? Starting tonight, which is the way I thought it was going to go. So
the thing is, I think with Belgium they are fairly. The number 2 is very short. I thought I was small, so I do apologise. I'm not sure of the Belgian shirt numbers, guys. So I do apologise.
Wow, no, she's the mascot.
I hope it's. You're terrible. You're absolutely terrible, Adam. But yeah, no, I know they're a definitely they're a very fairly strong team. They've got either Snells at the wheel. They'll probably go with a 4-4-2 or 4-3-3, depending on what we've basically put out. But in terms of their qualifying finishes, 2011, 13, 15 reached their first major finals in 2 years in the Euro 2017. against the Netherlands, and then they were knocked out by Switzerland in the 2019 World Cup playoffs. So
bad luck.
They are, it's unfortunate, but they're still a very, very strong team either way, and I'm quite looking forward to seeing some of them play.
They're in group. I think it's the same group as Italy and France.
They're Group B, I think. Matt, could you have a look? Yeah, they're Group B. They're Group B. They're D. They're definitely Group D for Delta.
Right, okay.
They're the one France, Italy, and Belgium.
Yeah. They're the team in the one group I'm not going to at the Euro, so I won't. I had to choose one, and that was the one. So yeah, France, Italy, Belgium, and I apologise, I can't remember the fourth team in the group, but the fourth team I'm not going to be able to go. I think it's Iceland.
Belgium,
Yeah. One thing I do love about the women, they know their national anthem.
And they sing it in time.
They're actually singing it. Yes, they do. Maybe apart from Lauren Hemp, she's going a bit lip sync. I'm not sure about this, but the rest of them all know it.
Absolutely.
And you can actually hear them sing it.
I feel kind of awkward. I feel awkward because normally the national anthem's on, I stand to attention and sing along. So I feel kind of weird sitting down here.
Yeah.
And I don't want to stand up because you're going to see stuff you don't want to see.
You know what? It's such a shame there's only one stand open. Oh my God.
Well, I tell you what, that stands for. Oh, yeah.
That's so sad.
I don't know if
I just looked up and then you just see two stands empty. I know. The thing is, it is a Thursday. Sorry, I had to think about what day of the week it is. It is a Thursday night.
It is Thursday.
So it's just a shame.
Is
really,
that because of how many tickets they sold, or because of how much they just simply opened the stadium up?
I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to go and look it up and find out.
I laugh.
Maybe a case we've sold this amount of tickets. Let's just close the stands.
There's a lot of people that have gone from all over the place though to get to the game, so it's not
definitely.
I laugh that people would rather go and watch England men. They'll pack up the Molineux and boo Southgate to the rafters, and then when he got this Lioness team turn up, hardly, unless of course they've been just so disillusioned by Southgate that they're not just going to watch in England whatsoever. Who knows? But
but Serena's at the wheel. At least you can trust decent football.
Don't do wheel chants because we know how that happens. You know, certain managers say they're at the wheel and then they're no longer at the wheel. They've jumped out the driver's seat and it's now careering down the road with no driver at all. And you end up
got one of those replaceable wheels that you can just they just walk off with. Someone else has to drive now.
Oh dear. Okay, well, thankfully these bad jokes can end because it looks like this game is about to kick off.
Yep, I've got they're in a huddle on my screen. I am watching on our TV hub, as is Matt, and Adam is just rewinding his TV, I believe.
No, I'm forwarding it because I realised I was actually behind you and overpaused it. So
brilliant, fantastic. Now we're all on the same minute.
Sync.
We're good to go.
We should also send our regards to Serena. We didn't realise what had actually happened, and now it's actually
absolutely. Yeah. So just so people don't know, where Serena's sister very sadly passed away recently, and Serena's been away from the camp, and all the players are wearing black armbands to commemorate this. And I think everyone here at Can Chatter would like to pass on their regards and wish them all the very best.
100%. Thank you for that, Adam. I did actually forget about that, so thank you very much. You're a star. But yeah, about to kick off, and Lauren Hemp is kicking the game off. Let's go.
Interesting font.
I like that font. That is a very Arsenal font. I like that.
Have you noticed that Leah Williamson's 8 is the doodle you do in meetings when you're bored?
Yeah.
Oh, the S.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone does it.
Back in school. Yeah, no, but it looks good though. It looks good in print.
Looks great.
Considering most of us no.
It reminds me a bit. If you think back of, remember the 2001 font, when it was like a Times New Roman sort of thing, but it was a very sort of, I would say posh, but very sort of formal letter on the back. It reminds me of that. And we're off.
Because it did remind me of the cup font we had last season.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. No, it's a very Arsenal font. I've got it on my Smith Rowe shirt. Yep.
The one that no one can get on their women's shirt.
It's true. I had to have the WSL font. But you know what? That font I don't mind because it's a decent quality compared to the men's font. that was the Premier League. That stuff is cheaper. Just thinner.
Sorry, Serena's just made a really funny face there.
Yeah.
No, that's just a normal face. That's just a face.
No, that's
a neutral.
What you doing?
What are you doing? Why haven't you scored 10 goals already? This is England.
Yeah.
You know?
This is my team.
Yeah. If I had Miedemar up front, we'd be 20-0 up already.
Yeah.
Bronze will be hoping for more than bronze this time round.
Lots across the ball. Do you know what? It's nice to see that we've got pushed Belgium back into their half already.
Yeah. Well, I always remember those, like, we're watching, again, the men's the other day. It was like, we'll break for the first 5 minutes and then it all goes to pot. I think we'll be better
Lauren
in
Hemp's
the
in the
first 5
box.
minutes. Here we go. Hemp, through, over
Right.
I think I'm a tiny bit ahead of you guys. Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
I'm just snatching some seconds to recalibrate the TV. So,
I've just literally gone into 1 minute 33.
yeah, same.
Yeah, so I'm about 4 or 5 seconds behind you. So
That's no.
It always happens when you have a chat along. You always have someone that's right behind you.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Well, we'll see. Here we go. I think. Yeah,
so we're gonna have someone say there's a goal.
It's
Someone
right.
say it's
Tonight, ladies and gents, we have Matt, my stepman Matt, on the VAR. Although he's only 4 or 5 seconds behind.
Absolutely.
We have our own VAR man tonight.
Quicker than normal VAR, that's for sure. But,
yeah, definitely.
Oh my goodness! Alien invasion. No, sorry.
We're going in for another England throw for
What's quite nice to see is even when they play it back, they are looking to go forward straight away instead of passing it sideways to each other. They're actually looking to.
We're not Southgate. We don't go sideways and back. We go forwards. We want to score.
They don't suffer a bad case of the El Nennies or
El sideways.
Yeah, just we don't get Hendonitis. So yeah.
Hey.
Definitely, I've got to say, Lotta so far looks very, very confident alongside Millie Bright.
It's interesting because she's obviously
got that bit more height in the middle because both of them are very, very, very tall, which is quite handy. I don't mind my defenders being quite tall. It's the short ones that do concern me.
Millie Bright is a unit. I mean,
she's scary.
She is a unit. Here we go. No.
I'm going in again. No, picked up
by Bronze. Went for the shot. Keeper collects.
Don't worry, Matt. It goes in. I know.
Yeah.
A little bit of argy-bargy there with Ellen White as well.
Yeah. Oh, someone in the comment is trying to dirty our feed with Arsenal men transfer gossip.
Neil, I'm really sorry, but this is a women's stream, so I can't make any comment on that, I'm afraid.
Do you know?
I prefer not to speak. If Lottie speaks, she's in big trouble, so she prefers not to speak.
No, definitely.
We are linked with the Brazilian. Is it Geezer?
Geezer. That's a bloke down at the Albert pub, isn't he? Yeah,
isn't that Copley Random song?
Yeah.
Or do you mean GISA?
Yeah, I can't say her name.
That rings a bell. I think I saw something, but I can't quite remember it.
She used to play for Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Now she's a free contract at the moment. She does play up front. At the moment, she is away with Brazil because they got the. I'm going to forget their version of the Euros.
I think
they don't cover the women like we do, Lee.
I think our women's team should take a leaf out. I mentioned earlier on Twitter. I think our women's team should take a leaf out of the men's team now and just start signing players that share surnames with Invincible. So I think we should get Lehman from Aston Villa, and we should get Henri from Lyon, and then we'll be set to go get Lundberg, even though she's been retired for about 14 years. So and then we'll be good. Great things coming up.
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
Yeah. Actually, boys, I forgot to ask you before this all kicked off. We're just trying to push Belgium back into their other half at the minute. But what are your thoughts on Jonas doing all the commentary this summer? I know you guys are both going to a lot of games.
It's great. It's great. It's going to be fantastic.
Is it me or is it that exciting?
Oh, hey up.
Oh, we're breaking away. Lucy that was a bad cross from Lucy
No,
Bronze.
I think it was deflected. No, it wasn't. It was straight out on the full.
No.
Wow.
No, exciting. I don't know.
Cool.
I don't think he'll be doing the England games. I expect he'll be covering his home nation.
Yeah.
So no, that'll be. I'm very much looking forward to hear. Well, I say hear that. I won't be hearing that because I'll be at the game. So
I'm sure you'll watch some of it back. Surely, Adam.
Well, yeah. I'll try and catch up when I play because I'm going to try and write up as much as I can about the tournament. So if I'm going, I think I'm going to a Sweden game. I'll try and remember who was Sweden with. Oh, the Netherlands, aren't they? I think.
Yeah. I think
Switzerland and Portugal. That is really the group of death.
That's going to be a really interesting
group of death is Denmark, Germany, Spain. That's the group of death. One of those three.
There's only one group.
Myself and Albert got tickets to Spain and Germany. I can't wait. I'm excited.
Finally get there.
I can tick Brentford off my list of my 50+ stadiums, England, Europe, home and abroad stadiums that I visited now. So it's the only one in the league I haven't been to.
It's nice to go to Brentford and it not being a Friday night start of the season.
You're giving me PTSD already.
With Neville and Carragher, dancing with the fans. It's nice to watch a game from a neutral perspective, which the Sky Sport pundits could learn to do maybe. But here we go.
Sorry, Adam. No worries, Sam. We'll see you in the second half.
Have fun. Get a few strikes. Don't hit the gutter. Make sure you've got the barriers up.
Yeah.
There we go. Ball to midfield, burn to the centre. I think
I still feel
anybody who is watching tonight, please hop over to the Lioness's Twitter page and you could win yourself a training kit.
Yeah, what every Lioness fan needs.
Yeah, definitely.
A training kit. So just in case there's a massive injury crisis, you can blend in with the squad and get called up.
That is true. That is true. So
big switch straight to the centre. So so England first few minutes have really pressed Belgium back. Yet to really create a click opportunities. A few nice crosses on the right hand side. Belgium have done well to contain so far. Cutting aside here, I think it's me. Oh, I think she slipped there. I don't think that's a foul. I think she just needs to get her studs fixed. Belgium pick up possession and recycle it back. And Hemp. That's no, refs let it go. Hemp, Edge, Stanway.
What? That was deflected.
Oh my God! She's hit me hit that.
Yeah, that was close to Bayern Munich than it was to the goal. But anyway, we'll go over that. So no, but that was good thing, good pressing. I mean, obviously Serena wants to sort of pressing style, and
that was a good
that's something that Lauren Hemp will bring. She will
Well,
be aggressive and she will be able to lay off those sort of players. So as long as you've got someone that's willing to take those shots, okay, she fluffed it completely, but she'll get closer to the goal.
Look at this. They've swarmed the keeper there. Oh no, they managed to escape. The thing with Hemp is like Mead, is she's aggressive and pressed, and I think that's why she worked very well on the left. My only gripe with Hemp is as dangerous as she looks, she has the pace and she has the power, but a lot of the time she gets the final third and then the cross won't find it, or the.
Looks like we're going to have one of those games where Mead is going to be taken out left, right, and centre. Leah Williams has just cleared us Belgium out the box, which is good to see.
I love it when she does that
tonight, but she still goes back to her centre back duties, which is great, and that's why we on Manager absolutely love her to bits.
She knows where she belongs. She's a centre back at heart.
Yeah, she's also a great midfielder. So
she's a great midfielder. She's a great pass.
She originally did start as a centre midfielder.
Yeah, she's a convert. Oh, headed clear. It's good defence. Let's see if we can counter. White, Stokes. So yes, like I said, Hemp. My one thing I want to see more from Hemp is more end product. There was a lot of times she got a goal in the cup final, but there was a lot of other moments where she didn't find the ball, or a team didn't capitalise on her ball, I think she creates so many moments, and we saw it in the Clark Cup, the Arnold Clark Cup match. I think she hit the post against Spain. Just fine margins because she's a player with real potential, and she's only just breaking into the team. So she's not the finished product. I but people sort of treat her as she is. So that's why, really excited to see. Hopefully this Euro she cracks it and really showcases her stuff.
Yeah.
Big switch out here to bronze.
It is odd though
Just
that she won
Mead making a run,
Young
gets
Player of the
inside.
Season
Oh,
4
is it?
times in a row.
Yeah, but,
That's
hello,
just-
Mead dinks it. What? Save.
White. Oh.
No.
See, this is what I mean. It's like that's one chance there that she could have quite easily scored.
The keeper. Yeah, no, it's quite easy to score, but the keeper was there. That wasn't going in.
I think that was
Keeper
straight at
credit.
the keeper, if I'm
Yeah.
honest.
I would
All she
give
had to
the
do was
keeper
reach
credit
her arms
there.
out.
There's more shots on target than we managed the other day at Molineux. So I would give that one to the keeper. I thought it was a good effort, good technique, and I think it's just the keeper was able to react. I think we'll see it on the replay. But my mind is
when we get the replay, it'll be more clearer. But to me, it just seems like she's just got a foot on it, and the keeper's just it was quite a routine save for the keeper.
Yeah. Well, what it is positive is that England are making chances. Which is
not afraid to go forward with
novelty nowadays. Yeah, exactly. What is clear is, I'm talking to you all about it. It's interesting to compare it to the men's team. There is a lot more pace and movement. There is movement with this England team. It's touch, go, touch. It is not stand and look and watch and think and then go. There is. It is like the players know where the pass is going to go. The next pass is going to go before they receive the ball. They know what they're doing. And here we go. So the cross comes in.
From Mead. That was
great
nice
ball from Mead.
That's a great ball from Mead.
Hit it first time. Right, okay. Yeah, because she's hit it first time, it's hit a shin.
Yeah.
So,
shinned it.
Okay, I will retract that because that is quite hard when you misangle it.
Yeah.
So, so back into the back line. Now with Lotta. I'm intrigued by Lotta because I know that she's, especially for Arsenal earlier in the season, playing across the back. She wasn't as secure as she could be. There was a lot of passes that she'd often duff and turn over. So I'm hoping
this is her bread and butter. Whatever she's doing now, it's her bread and butter. She loves doing it.
I find as long as she's got a level-headed person next to her,
she's
got that partnership, she's fine. If you put her and Jen Beattie together, she panics. They both panic. Both of them need a level-headed centre back next to them to just keep their feet on the ground, so to speak. For me personally,
her and Jen Beattie are like Steph Horton and Millie Bright as a partnership. I
thought them two work quite well together. If I'm honest, when I saw them playing, but eventually maybe it just ran its course. Maybe it was only a short-term option.
When you watch the Australia game back, Millie Bright and Steph Horton both get done by Sam Kerr, which lost us the game. And there were lots.
We have to use that name.
I know. Well, sorry, and that's her name. And then also in the last World Cup, there were a lot of defensive errors. Oh, here comes Hemp.
Lauren Hemp. Oh,
no, save near post. Why do you always go for near post? You've got to go to the far. They always do this. You've got to take it across the keeper. So
but for me, the thing is, if you look at Lauren's goals over the qualifiers,
I don't want to bring up
that's her bread and butter, that near post.
striker that played for the men's team, but he used to score a lot of goals at the near post when they thought he was going across goal.
That was some very good ball control when she received that ball.
The Man United player.
The one that played for Arsenal and then unfortunately left to go to Man United.
Oh, what, Van Persie? Oh, grow up.
No.
Right, here we go. That was years ago.
That was a nice ball in, and just they gave up.
Completely wasted it.
Yeah, throw into Belgium.
Waste.
So what we saw there was Hemp.
Look, the mascot's throwing the ball in.
I know. It's like when you set up a FIFA custom team and they go along the line and you realise you haven't put the number 1 at the beginning of your height, and it just comes and then back up again. Now, with Hemp, we saw that the best and sort of the worst of Hemp is that she got the great technique to get the ball past the defender and the pace to get into the box, and it's just in that moment where she needs to have a cool head but she just basically went instinct, just blasted it. And, at the near post, the keeper was always going to do it. But there's a bit more finesse is needed there. And that's why I think Arsenal should be looking to sign him this summer and take away from Gareth Taylor, because she's clearly not going to develop her game under Gareth. And only a world-class manager like Jonas can truly achieve her true potential. Lucy Bronze checking in. Okay.
I think that's the thing, though. I think if City had a proper manager,
Oh,
they
Lotta's
would be
coming
able
forward
to-
now.
Yeah, Lottie's on the move.
Demi Stokes.
Stokes. She's stoking the attack.
Oh, she's got to
Beats
keep the ball
defender.
away from
No.
Deleuze. Yeah, that
got
is
so many
Deleuze.
of her in this sticker album.
Yeah.
I can't get rid of
Do you know what? I've been where we've been collecting the Euro stickers. Do you know when you recognise from WSL like team names, players from the Champions League? I'm getting quite good at that now.
Yeah,
So
the
I've just
sticker
looked
book's a
at,
great
oh,
way
it's
to
Deleuze.
learn your team.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
right.
And you've actually got the faces to it. And at the moment, I am missing Emma Kvitsko at Brighton.
Kvitsko.
Yeah.
I've got about 500.
She was
I've
the
got
one
about
to
500
watch,
myself.
isn't she? Because
No,
she
definitely.
pointed out runs that she makes.
Loose.
Ruth, is she okay?
No,
Hang on.
Yeah, she's fine.
I think she's fine. I think it's just,
Hang on.
this is a 50-50.
Oh, she got hands to the head.
Yeah, but it's a 50-50. It's not a
Punched in the
foul.
head.
It's a 50-50.
She got punched in the
Depends
head.
what type of glove she's got on. If she's got the fingertip and then she's been whacked with the right at the back of it. So.
Where if she's got
I think
boxing
she's
gloves
all
on,
right.
it's even worse.
Yeah.
I don't think. Well,
yeah, she's all good.
nice.
Oh, ouch! Face is a bit red.
I'll
Serena's
tell
put it
you what-
facing again.
One thing
looking very
that I can't seem to give away at the moment are the Norwegian ones.
I don't. I've got loads of those. I don't want it.
Yeah.
Potential turnover here.
You never know.
England
You never know.
press.
Adam might not have it.
We'll find. Yeah, I am the Chloe Kelly of the sticker collection. No one knows what I've got. I am the wild card.
You are the wild card.
Yeah, well, just to let you know that I've got a load waiting for you. So
yeah, so do I.
Well,
you're going to get sent stuff whether you like it or not.
You may not need half of them.
Ellen White.
Through here, White.
Hang on.
Turnover. Here we go.
No.
No.
Deleuze has got the ball.
I am quite interested to see this Belgium team live, see what they're actually like. 'Cause they seem to be a lot different than what I was expecting. Maybe this is their sort of golden generation at the moment. Been unlucky, as some of you have mentioned. So it'll be quite interesting to see how it goes.
No, definitely. I'm really excited to see every single team play, because obviously we see certain players. Most of the England team played in the WSL. Most, maybe apart from Rachel Daly.
Yeah, apart from Rachel Daly. Rachel Daly's out.
We see them on a regular basis, but we've got the likes of Alexia Putellas coming to England, and for me that is just so exciting.
What is that?
Alexia Putellas coming to England to play for Spain.
Again.
So I thought you meant like she was coming to a WSL club.
No.
I missed that rumour.
Don't start that rumour. If the person below you will tell me off for it, don't you start. But if do you know what? I'd have a meltdown if she came to WSL. I'd have a meltdown of excitement.
As long as it wasn't United or City or Chelsea.
Or Chelsea.
Just let her play for Everton. I'm sure a lot of people go to Liverpool to watch her.
I don't think Emma Hayes. I don't think Alexia will tolerate the way she's been treated by Emma Hayes, and plus the fact I think she'll stay with Barcelona. Is it Femini?
Barcelona Femini. Yeah.
Yes, that's
Femini,
it.
Yeah,
because they've actually got chance of winning the Champions League.
Yeah,
unlike Chelsea, but
no, we don't.
That's another story for the books.
That's a story for another time.
Exactly.
Belgium they've broken for the midfield. Stanway trying to get her customary 2-footer in. Fouled and will not get booked for it.
Of course not. That's about the
this
third
is always the good thing as well when we're talking about Euros is that there's going to be some
pulling
great
her shirt down. That's like the third time she's been doing that. She's done it to Mead as well.
I guess it's simply because obviously those shirts are expensive. It's the only way they can get a shirt now is to basically take it off them mid-game. You know,
this is getting out of hand now as well because a lot of fans are going to end up buying retro.
Like that's just the same thing's just happened to Demi Stoke with Demi Stoke because she's quite stocky built. She can manage to stand up, whereas Georgia Stanway, she's not.
Debbie Stocks.
Yeah, ha. She's not. She's more likely to go over than Demi is. And Demi just brushed her off. So it's.
I remember watching Debbie Stokes, and I wasn't invested in the World Cup. Well, she's all right. And then I remember see her. She pocketed Miedemar in an FA Cup game a few seasons ago, and I was like, it was just one of the defenders. Like every time when
Midfield.
Meadham was, Stokes was. We lost the FA Cup tie to Man City, but you saw it was just every time Meadham was somewhere, Stokes was there and just constant. She just couldn't shake her. And I thought, oh no, she's a really good right back. But it was a time when we couldn't decide if we wanted to have Greenwood at right back or Stokes. But I think we sort of got there
I
now.
can believe that. But is that Mead on the floor again?
No, it's a foul. It's a turnover.
Yeah, that was Mead on the floor again.
It is Mead on the floor again. Yeah.
Beth Mead is the Jack Grealish of England
She
women.
is.
I don't think
And the
that's
WSL.
Except she's got talent, right?
She's got talent and she doesn't lose her temper. She just gets on with it.
She doesn't have like silly hair.
Yeah, I think you're right. It was Beth. I was
Yeah.
trying to figure out who it was. I was going to say this is the problem. Like when you're trying to distinct them from the hairstyle.
Yeah.
Like
They're all the same.
The thing is with Beth, it's not quite as high as mine. It's a tiny bit lower. It's like somewhere in the middle between.
Yours is more of a Leah Williamson, but like when she's got like a full-on palm tree.
Oh no, this I call this the Stina. Stina has it this high as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Because Leah has it.
I had to look at all the teams.
No cross, block, Stokes. Clear. Time for the counter.
Leah's got the ball. Whistle's blown.
Stoppage. It's a injury. So
injury for I can't quite see her name on the
number. I can't see the
I saw BIE in there. Matt, get the book out.
Get your sticker book out.
Yeah, it's BIE at the first three letters. That's all I call.
Number 9 is
Yearlings.
I think it might be
Urlings.
I saw BIE.
BIE.
That's not right.
Anything like that?
I
think you might be right. I think you might be right.
Got a goal yet.
The only other one it could have been was Phil Jens.
Yeah,
I've said that completely wrong.
It happens. You should wait until I've got to pronounce the Germany or Austria keeper's name. Apart from Manu, of course, I can pronounce her name. But there's one in there. It sounds like a German name, but she plays for another country. I can't remember which country it is. I think it might be Denmark or Norway, but she's got a very German-sounding name. Like Schwein something. I don't know. I can't remember off the top of my head.
I'll have a quick look.
Right. She is not walking very great at the moment. So
number 20.
Cancel her Euro dream in a couple of weeks. Sorry.
That's the thing.
You're thinking of Fiskerstrand?
Yes.
Yeah,
that's how you say it.
Yeah, so Beesman's come off there. No, I mean, looks like she might have done a Trent and got herself injured just before the tournament. So that's the only thing about these warm-up games. You know, if someone like a Mead or a Hemp or a Williamson, an innocuous foul, something stupid, and she they get sent off, so they're suspended, or they get a silly injury and they're out for the tournament. This is the one danger. And 3 games. I mean, you don't want to get yourself injured on the last warm-up game.
We can still get a replacement through that window, though.
But it's Hemp, Cross,
and keepers picked it up. Is it Eviard? I think it is EVEARD.
I think I have the because I got the. I mean, if I just do this quickly on my screen, I can get the BBC lineup next running in tandem, and then I can see what the
Lucy Bronze tried to stop a Belgian attack and she's completely lost the ball. Belgium are running forward down on the far side.
Nice. That's
no one's flicking a foot in, and it's a header out by M-Dog, who has her 50th cap tonight.
M-Dog. Oh,
yes, that is what she calls herself on Twitter. I've just remembered. I've just saw the tweet earlier today.
M-Dog.
It's her 50th. It's her 50th cap today, which is absolutely brilliant for any England player. So congratulations.
Sounds like
Millie
Bright of Chelsea. MSN name or something like that you pull up.
Yeah.
Oh, who remembers MSN?
I do. I do. It's the best thing. You still come home and sit there.
Yeah, you come from
straight
school
in.
and you just message people before before WhatsApp.
Yeah,
good
we're
time.
in for an England throw. Oh, Beth Meads lost the ball to Belgium. She was sandwiched.
Turnover, press, White, press.
Come on, White. Come on, Ellen's got the ball back. Yes.
Turnover now. Go. Mead, keep it.
No, we lost it.
One thing that kind of frustrates me with the forward is the fact that when they go out wide, there's no one there to go sort of in that central role.
Yeah, this is actually something Ellen White talked about, is that when she used to be a striker a lot, she used to try and go everywhere to help out. And it was Phil said, no, you stay in the box, you stay central, let everybody else do the wings. So you just, and I think that it's that positional discipline that White needs to, Mead's over there, doing the turnover. Stay central in the box, because otherwise it's like what we had with Giroud at Arsenal. He'll go and play about in the corner per wing, and well, hang on a minute, you're our aerial presence. So what on earth are we meant to do now? So here we go. Oh, hello, play for the lines.
I tell you what, it was
still going.
Oh no! Oh, come on, Georgia. We should be doing better, girl.
I know you were talking about Giroud there, but he did go out wide, put that ball in, and then Aaron Ramsey goes and scores the winner.
Yeah, but you need that late run from midfield. And if you didn't have that, it's pointless. Yeah, that was.
I just watching the replay from Georgia Stanway.
Yeah, that was Stanway. That was Stanway wide.
On target, that would have been in the net. Oh,
it's getting close. Notice that the first one went completely wide, and this one was only like a couple of feet wide. So hopefully next time she's going to hit the crossbar or the post. And then someone gets
third time's a charm, and it goes in the net. Come on, a bit more positivity, boys.
Come on.
All we need is a little bit of a rebound. That's where some of those goals come from. I remember when Jodie Taylor used to play. Like she had a great Euros. It was 2017.
Oh yeah, she did.
When we Stokes in the box.
Stokes.
Taking on two Belgium defenders. Go on, come on, Debbie.
She could have played that back to Leah.
Okay,
cross the Lotta.
William back to Lottie.
Taking a bit of the sting out of the game, really, without the fast pace.
Right, and then it's Lucy Bronze on the far side. Beth Mead.
Williamson in the field. Now it's back to Lottie, looking to spread the play. In the field. Stanway
again. Out to Lauren Hemp.
See if she can conjure something here. Cut
she
to the side. Pace. Stanway on. Williamson. Wide corner.
It's all right. We'll take that. Thank you, El Capitano.
Absolutely. I'm surprised they've never scored yet, but I have more confidence that they are going to score than this is the previous one. They just look more of a threat.
You know what's quite great as well is that they're actually
giving Lotta header incoming.
Get Celine Dion playing in the background. We'll sing her home.
Leah Williamson-esque header from Lotta.
Yes,
she's only got keys on her, and Millie Bright's behind her as well.
Take a header.
Millie Bright. Ellen White.
Oh my word!
Falling. Ellen, you had an open net. Oh my God!
See what I mean?
Millie Bright's going for a goal,
and it's right.
And then it ended up with Ellen.
Oh, Beth gets a touch on that. He's completely missed that.
Her balance was completely off. She was not. She was not set. She was not ready.
Hey, Gary's joined us tonight. Yes,
hello, Gary.
All the way from the States. Thank you for joining us, Gary. White with a miss. Oh, yeah. I think Gary might be missing watching Tobin Heath play, but the US ain't in the Euros. He has to wait till next summer, or we can go watch her at. Is it Orlando? She's now with.
She's now with Orlando Pride.
Olympic Rain.
Apparently she heard that Kim Little's over there on loan for the summer.
Yeah. Cross, flap, loose, defence.
Oh wow.
Clear.
Clear.
Taking the Flabahansky approach then.
Yep.
I do find it that Fabianski became Fabianski the moment he left Arsenal. You
No,
know,
I said it. I
Fabianski
said it.
to me.
I said it a long time.
Oh.
Sorry, Lottie, you were saying.
It's all right. No, I just said he's still Fabianski to me. Cross
Yeah,
in.
it'll always be.
Mead's outnumbered there. Volleyed clear. England keeping the pressure on, keeping it contained.
I do like how I'm quite surprised. Lotta's coming forward a lot more. I'm seeing.
They've switched wings. Hemp's to the right. Hemp's gone right. Mead's gone left. They switched wings. So it's Hemp trying to make space. Bronze cross loose.
Gary, you are ahead of us.
Oh, Mido!
Wow.
It was like Hemp.
She knows that was a chance. She knows that was a chance.
She knows.
Just said that touch there was just
right there,
beautiful, and then she just shinned it, and it's ugly and awful.
It's okay. We're only half an hour in. We're good.
Over half an hour, and we've created more chances than England has in 4
Gary, you are very, very
we have got a new person in the chat. Yahangi Alon, Belgium will win this match. We'll see. We're only half an hour in, and we spent most of our time in the Belgium's own side where we want to be.
Bring up their stats at the moment.
That'd be a good idea.
Well, at the moment, it's 71% possession to England. We've had 9 shots to Belgium's none, and 3 on target to Belgium's none. So it's all looking good at the moment. But stats don't. There's only one stat that wins you a game, and that's the one in the top left corner.
So, on the TV screen. Exactly.
Absolutely. So see if we can change that. Belgium with the attack. It's the number 5, which is
forward.
There we go.
And Mary Alex is finally in the game. She's got her first touch of the game.
I think she's had a few touches, but yeah.
I think Leah Williamson's got there first, personally.
Yeah.
That's the first time I've seen her touch the ball. Millie Bright's now got the ball coming forward.
I don't know why she's playing in defence, because we all know she's our, star striker. Bronze racing through, looking for options, cuts back.
Past to Leah Williamson, who is taken out. That's ridiculous. She got caught up there.
Over. Belgium bringing the ball through. England getting numbers back.
The wing, there's nobody out on the wing.
Split
Come on.
Left. Cross in. My word.
Just wide of Mary Earps from.
To let people know, England have had 9 shots. 3 of them have been on target. Belgium have only had the 1 shot.
Just now, I think it was Delacow. It's Delacow with the shot, and it's ugly. She's gone for the side foot, and it's miscued horribly. Yeah, and it's span
round picture, and away.
It's so weird to see that safe standing stuff now.
Yes, good to see.
It's just going to be a really odd thing to see until.
I'm just glad it's going to be a railing when I walk around. There's times when I've been walking through stands and worried I'm going to fall forward. So I'm glad there'll be a support railing. Here comes Mead.
Mead inside. Ellen, no.
Misses.
Oh my words.
Demi and Lauren picked up the ball. Demi's got it. Lost it again.
England will get it back here.
Walsh.
Walsh. No. Switch over now. Back to bronze. England got numbers in the box. One of them is Mead. Turns, volleyed, blocked. Stokes.
Demi Stokes. Cross in.
Goes back to the cross. Mead at the back post. Headed clear. Mead. And she's tackled. And the ref is given nothing.
Is that not a penalty? What is this woman watching?
I don't know. We'll see the replay.
Welcome back to WSL.
So Mead touches the.
Oh my! If that was a man, that would be a penalty.
If it was Kale, it would be a penalty.
I don't know about that one. Oh, there might be a chance there for the handball, but
yeah, it's no VAR. It's clumsy more than anything.
I think she wouldn't have given that because
finally she blew her whistle. Free kick.
So England, a dangerous free kick, White winning the ball. But I think it's again.
Thank you, Keith. We'll take that from there.
The women haven't played any games since the end of the season, have they? It's not like the
No,
men's team where they just keep playing to infinity.
This is their first game back from all their holidays,
Mm.
partying in Ibiza. I know the Arsenal girls were out there a lot, and they were out in LA as well.
What a waste of holiday! What a waste of holiday! Where's the castles? Where's the points of interest? The rustic villages? The model villages? Why would you waste it? And getting drink by a pool.
Well,
here we go.
Chance, no, clear.
Clear.
Off 2 blocks.
Yeah. Demi Stokes.
Always blocked like a game of Minecraft. Right, out wide. Never deep cross in. England only have one player in. It's cover wide to Hemp. Doesn't matter. It's coming to Hemp. Take on a player. Take it to the byline. Cross. Defective corner. It's Deleuze, number 22 with the block.
Yeah, I've got so many of her Euros album. I just know she's got about, Deleuze.
You got about 500 yourself.
I've got about 4 of her, to be fair, and I'm giving one. You've got one as well, Adam. So.
Oh no, already. Oh, point one. I've got one in the pack as well. Me to take
the corner.
Yeah,
you're probably wrong.
That
was a bad corner.
Flick to White, but she couldn't take advantage. England 9 minutes to the bell.
Right,
Gary, see if England's playing at home.
England are playing at home.
We are at home. Gary's on the wind up because of my Toby and Neith comment.
Well, I'll just say if you're going to wind up, just going to think that I saw Tobin play for Arsenal and she's very overrated.
But we love Tobin. She was brilliant.
She was great.
She did save us from Man City, so I'm not complaining.
I got extremely lucky to see her score twice.
Yeah,
exactly. I saw her score once in person, so sometimes you do see a unicorn. England win the free kick, bronze in the centre circle.
I just think it was just a privilege to see her play in the first place. To be fair, because she's coming to the end of her career now with her injuries. Lucy, that was bad. That was bad. That was as bad as the one.
You've got to give a foul for that, and
that was a flesh wound, nothing major.
The thing is, she didn't have to stick her leg out, to be fair.
Midfield, Walsh back at the base.
She's trying to stop her, but...
Would you like some stats about this referee?
Yep, let's go for it.
Go on then. What bias
what's even her name? Let's go.
So, the referee is Sarah Persson from Sweden.
Yep.
In the World Cup qualifiers, she's played a...
Breaking through! Shot!
Oh!
No! Off the line!
No! Off the line! Leah, come on! Would have been his first goal as captain. Keys is on fire. She's in the right place at the right time for Belgium at the moment.
Yeah. How many of her have you got?
I don't know. You don't know if I.
Oh, hello, loose
ball.
No,
loose
it's
ball.
clear. But no, England have created chances, and I think that's the thing. If you're creating chances, that's it's if then something will click. Just don't panic. White, get the bounce the ball hit back into the midfield, turnover. England press. It looks like Belgium are going to play their way out. Number 16, Minart leading the charge. Checks. Look at the options.
You know what? I'll leave the stats for maybe half time.
Leave half time because it's gone a bit basketball. It's gone a bit end to end.
Yeah.
Stokes clears it up, and now it's with Mead, and England can break. Going back deep towards Walsh, on to Bronze. Hemp. England switch wings again with Mead on the left and Hemp on the right. It's out here to Hemp. New options. Plays back. Bronze. Belgium have got themselves reset. Back onto Hemp. See if she can drive. Hemp sort of trying to run forward while running backwards at the same time. It was very weird to watch then. Switched over to Lotte. You know what I mean, don't you?
Do you know what? I will say one thing Lotte has improved on this season, like majorly, is those long range passes.
Yes.
She's had some nice quality balls over to Demi today and a couple over to Millie. I've just had a look at my Belgian team, and interestingly, Keys is not actually on there. She is not in the Euro album.
Hemp, low cross, block, twist. Oh, that's a good point. So is Steph Horton in your sticker book?
Yeah.
Steph Horton.
No,
she is.
Yeah.
Orcs. Right. In through number.
To be fair, Jordan's also in there.
I take that back. I take that. Yeah, no, she is in there. Yeah. Steph Horton is there.
So they're just basically picking a load of generic English players rather than the one, because I suppose it was all.
Remember, they have to do. They get it all together in about March, so
yeah,
which would explain why there'll be players that aren't in there.
When they do the men's one, it will be
this bit here. Oh,
since it's November, so they'll probably decide.
They'll probably get the
in
men's
there,
ones
like,
right because it's not as it's more predictable than it is
yeah,
us girls.
That was a finish.
That was a good finish from Leah, but that was a very good header from Keys.
Reminds me of Ozil against Chelsea in the 2017 FA Cup final when Cahill hooked it off the line when he ran through and got a dink. It was much like that. That was a finish not off a central defender.
I'm going to be a bit critical and say that I think Helen should have actually gambled a little bit there.
Actually,
yes, I do find that with Ellen, she does play things a little bit too safe sometimes. I do feel she needs to take the gamble a little bit more, for sure. 100% agree with you there, Matt.
Okay.
There's one of the things that I quite like about Fran Kirby, actually, is that she does gamble a little bit more.
She does take the risks. Yeah. Most of the time, they do, especially when they play Arsenal, it pays off.
Especially when you got you know who in assistance who can occasionally score from them. So,
I love the fact how we don't call her by her name anymore. It's you know who. It's like
those opposition have literally silenced her, and she's done nothing all game, and then all of a sudden, like she'll pop up with like a 1 yard tap in.
Yeah.
I mean, I have our own name for her, but there might be kids watching, so. Wide out here to bronze.
You've got to keep it PG.
I tell you what, we'll just keep to she who will not be named.
she will not.
Riddy is in the house. Evening, Riddy.
Hello, Riddy.
And
hello.
An evening to the chat room. So chat room, make sure you give Riddy a shout.
Right.
So 41 minutes in, and we're still at 0-0.
Dink over top here, overcooked. We're 0-0, but there's been no shortage of chances. England have had their moments.
Exactly. It's been a very good game.
They've had 2 saves, they had 1 hacked off the line, so they're doing all the right things. They just need to move that Belgian defence a bit more and create the moment.
Maybe I might be proven wrong about these 3 fixtures then.
I think remember the season, the women's season ended before the men's. I think the 3 fixtures will give us more time to get up to speed because they're going to be rustier.
Yeah, they've had a bit more of a break, although some of them have been in the England camp for a little while, according to their social media. I know Lottie's been there a while.
4 weeks.
So, whereas I think who did I say? It was Jordan Nobbs.
Something where I think
I know Jordan Nobbs and Viv were in Ibiza together at once because Viv had a hoodie on a boat, so I was like, "What?"
She's always cold, isn't she?
She is.
Really weird.
She's a cold-blooded.
It's a girl thing. It's a girl thing.
Oh, is it?
It's a girl thing, believe me.
To be fair, though, my sister was always like cold. She'll
Belgium, Ellie Clark, Mead's back on the left.
Unless it's like 20 degrees, then she's fine.
Yeah, no, I'm the same. It just depends sometimes.
Lottie.
And then Millie.
Belgium aren't really engaged.
It looks like we're just seeing out this first half.
They're just letting us go to them for a minute. Sort of a bit of an energy conserve, but hopefully Plan B will kick off and we'll get some goals.
Was it?
I think it's both these teams.
I'm going to say it was a 2010 kit that we had that had I actually have it somewhere. It's like got a blue stripe and it has the similar sort of blue names that we had on the backs.
Yeah. Riddy, you can stay with us, but you can visually watch the game on ITV4. Yeah, but please do stay with us because we do enjoy your company.
If you want to watch it on a delay, you can watch it on the ITV hub. So
and that's where we're all watching it tonight.
If you want to watch the football after it's happened, then go to the ITV hub and then enjoy it.
Yeah, you can be your very own VAR, or you can listen to my stat man Matt, and he will be your VAR when it is required. Actually, that's the point, boys. Do we have VAR in this game today?
Probably not, but we'll probably have it in the tournament. We did have it, obviously, as Phil Neville will grind his team frustration. We had it in against the USA. Though, you can remember that we actually got quite a few VAR decisions early in the tournament. These things do even out.
I think the Molyneux is equipped for it. So
loose. bouncing ball, lining up
straight
and wide
over into the stand.
2 minutes. Where did that come from? The problem
the amount of times that Beth Mead's been fouled, that's where it's come from.
Yeah, the problem is these two teams are both going to be in the Euros, and neither one of them want to do something and do themselves a mischief. So I think there might be a caginess of just let's go for it, but let's not overextend ourselves.
Overdo it.
Yeah, exactly.
No, exactly.
So,
I mean, they've almost had one injury with who was that player? Matt B. Him the B.
Beersman's.
Yeah. So I mean, she's been taken out twice, and she's still going. I've Lucy Bronze. I do feel is unintentional, but the first one couldn't be avoided either. Because I can't see Mead being that spiteful. I'm sorry.
Who's the alternative for Daly on the bench? Is it, I think I've asked the question. Is Daly the alternative to Bronze on the bench? If that makes sense.
I think so. Yeah, she's on there.
Here comes Hemp. Here comes Hemp. Hemp. On. Okay, now it's back to Walsh. Dink.
Oh,
Mead.
Oh, Mead's away. Shoot.
Oh.
Still Mead. Oh, she got the bloody ball.
No, that's got to go. She's given the corner.
Corner?
She's given the corner.
It went out. She caught it after it went out. I was sure of it.
Yeah, so here, she's lining it up, beat the player, and then just got across.
She caught it just over the line.
All right.
She caught it. That was a good bit of ball control, getting it back to her feet, though, when it came into her.
Might have come off her hand. I don't know. But is it a corner? Wow.
To be fair, though, she couldn't really control her speed, so I think she kind of kicked it, and
I think England are lucky to get this corner because I think that was put on the line. But we'll.
We're now entering the final minute of the first half. It is
get Celine Dion going. Here we go.
We'll just cross in.
Back post. Can't you leave it back in?
Oh, no. The Mascot's got hold of the ball again.
No. We're still in possession. No,
and
it
is
half time.
Another new name in the chat is Petrus Dragoy. Hi, hello. Petrus. Welcome to Canon Chat TV. I hope you're enjoying the content. If you are, please hit that subscribe button. We've got some really big Euro content coming up. The boys will be joining me and my co-host, who's not here tonight, but she will be back with us for the next game, hopefully. But no, it's still 0-0, and it's just gone half time. Ready's to cut. Mead should have taken the shot. Yes, 100% she should have. But it would have. I think it would have gone off the post anyway. Personally, from that angle, it's very, very tight.
It's tight.
Unless there was one of the qualifiers, there was a very tight angle and the ball went in. Who was it? I think it was a Mead one actually. It was a very tight, very, very, very tight angle.
I thought you was thinking about Stina when Stina.
That's the one.
Like two yards out, and she just flicks it, and it goes. That makes the keeper.
Yes, that's the one I was thinking of. And there's a goal somewhere, and it's just
back to Laura.
Yeah.
You're not going to let that one go, are you?
No,
you really won't. You really won't.
I won't.
Neil,
that's not my.
How's the game been, Matt? What are your thoughts on the game?
I think it's been very end to end. It's nice to see that we are being more attacking. The stats at the moment are we've had 14 shots, 5 of them on target. Belgium have had 2, none of them on target. Interestingly, Belgium have had 4 fouls compared to our 2, but no cards have been given at the moment. So it's a very end-to-end game, and you wouldn't have thought when you associate these two teams, you wouldn't have thought England would be winning maybe towards the start, but it's not as it seems. It's great to see that it's end-to-end because that's what fans want to see. They don't want to see a boring game that's just one side just dominating like 6, 7, 8, 10, 20 nil. You want to see a proper game that's going to be everyone gives their all. It's quite close and almost like a cup game or something like that where it's almost all or nothing.
No, that does sound good. All right, I've got a bit of a challenge for you boys. This is going to be fun. I've got a quick game of Who Am I? It will be a female.
Next.
Female. It will be no. It will be a female footballer. Okay.
Right, okay.
So I am a brunette.
Don't know what colour that is, so move on.
I have
That
played.
leaves out half the England squad.
All right.
Yeah.
We're playing Guess Who, are we? Just
Yeah. Just guess who? I have played for William II, Vivi Venelo, PSV, and FC Eindhoven, Goldberg. I've played in the WSL, and I have just won the Champions League. Who am I?
pass.
You should know this. You're going to kick yourself if you don't guess.
So I've just won the Champions League. So it's someone who plays for Lyon. Oh, so it's Daniel van der Donk then.
You're such a smart ass.
You know what? You kind of annoyed me with that. The fact, you know what? I made a really nice video the other day. When I got her in a pack, and you know, I'd sent you the one about Leah Walsey. I did that to her song.
Oh, brilliant! That sounds absolutely brilliant.
So I'll have to send. Actually, yeah, I'll send that through at half the time. Well, it's half time now, isn't it? So I have to go and grab my phone.
So looking at Netherlands, Belgium as a whole at the minute, do you think they'll get out of the group stages through the Euros? From what you've seen in the first half, it will be their first ever getting through the knockout phase.
They're strong defensively. Mm-hmm. They've done well certainly from a last touch perspective, they've done well to sort of hold them out. It also falls in their group. I think we said they're in the same group as Italy and France. So France are chaos at the moment. No changes there. So we don't know. They could be, spectacular, or this coach could completely destroy them. So I think if France play as good as they can be, I think it will go down between Belgium and Italy. I don't know how. I know Italy have got through out of group stages before. They've got a bit of experience. I think they got out of the group in the last World Cup. So they certainly might have something there. So I think they've got a chance. I don't think it's beyond them.
Okay.
But I think if they get a point against France, I think they will give us. I think they've got a decent stab at it. So we'll see. I've certainly not seen anything to say they're going to, crash and burn. Certainly.
Definitely, Matt. What are your thoughts?
Well, just on this performance at the moment, I think they're going to have a huge opportunity. With France at the moment, you never know what team's going to turn up. As Adam's mentioned, that's the other thing. Was it Leigh Summer? One of their best players isn't even going to the tournament. So it's going to be difficult. They've got an interesting squad there. Italy, real rising force in the moment, especially with Juventus now having Joe at the wheel. Or his most whatever you want to call it. He's done really well over there. And one of the players that I quite like from Italy is Girelli. She's a really good striker, and I think that group is going to be open.
I will be back in a second. I need to go and grab my laptop charger because I'm going to lose my laptop. I will be right back, everybody. I am going to leave you with Matt and Adam to keep you entertained at half time.
Okay. Right, Matt, it's time to show everyone our new song and dance number. So you hum it and I'll sing it. I think we can all agree it's been a decent first half, certainly more decent than certain previous England halves. Who do you think will come on in the second half?
I'm thinking Beth England's going to come on. I just think I know this sounds again me being critical, but Ellen White's just not doing it for me at the moment, and it might be a good time just to say, you know what, you've had your 45. Unfortunately, you haven't done the right thing, and just sort of we've got 2 other games as well. Don't forget, so there's plenty of time for all these players to show what they're capable of. I was going to talk about Iceland actually as well in that group because I think they've got plenty of players in that group at the moment, haven't they? That are WSL players or they play in France or Germany, so they are pretty much.
They do have one problem. they've got one problem, which is they've got the worst place to stay in the UK for their. I mean, and I say that as someone who has been to Crewe, and
Yes.
it makes Mordor look like Ibiza. So
Yes.
it is
It's
so,
a nightmare.
bad
Even on the trains, it's a nightmare because sometimes when I'm doing the away games, I have to stop at Crewe to get back home. It's a nightmare. You don't want to do it, but
hide on the table and wait for the train to go.
That station is a nightmare. Like, they tell you they've got, what is it? Something ridiculous amount. I think it's like 16 platforms, but it's like not really 16 platforms. It's actually 8, and they split them in half.
Yeah, there's main platforms, there's through platforms. I mean, we got obviously I've got the train there many times, and it's rusty. It's a rusty station. It needs. I think there'll be some work to do at some point. Whether it'll be any good, I don't know. But but Iceland, I think there might be there might be a surprise package like the men's were in 2016. I mean, they'll bring that Viking clap thing along.
Yeah, you know what was quite funny actually is that Tim Stillman does a lot of the writing for Arsenal on Arsblog, and he made the joke about just letting everyone know if they didn't already. But it was making the joke that Iceland Crew sounds like you've been on. You went to Iceland in Crew and you spent 127 quid on stuff, and you were like, oh.
Yes, it's a bank statement. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know. There's always. I find it quite funny that.
I think it was Sweden were staying in Manchester, weren't they? And if I'm right, so were the Netherlands. So they couldn't.
Netherlands and Portugal. Netherlands and Portugal are both staying in.
That's it.
Yeah.
So you couldn't have 3 teams in the same area. So ideally, you'd want. Yeah. I wouldn't have picked Crewe if I'm honest.
Yeah. No. I did think quite a lot of places. Quite a lot of people didn't know where they were, which I did find, which I found funny because as a map geek, I know where most places are. So where's Ashby de la Zouch? Where's Uckfield?
Yeah, I've never heard of some of these places, and I was thinking, is there even a training ground near where they're staying so that they can train?
Yeah, must be.
I mean, obviously we're in Teddington, which is just outside London, isn't it? So,
Teddington and Richmond and Isleworth are all next, all around Twickenham Stadium. They're all in London. So they're all localised.
So there's plenty of places where there'll be local sides that can turn around and say, look, you've got a spare pitch, you can use it. Richmond's got its own. You're on mute, aren't you?
No,
I was going to say.
No.
Richmond has its own team.
Yeah.
I think they play a non-league, so they'll be able to put their facilities out there. I'm
surprised not using St George's Park, but
yes,
home advantage. You take advantage of it.
I think what's going to end up happening is they'll probably offer it to the people that are going to be at the final, so that's an option for them. Or actually, let's go have a look. The
great thing about us staying in Teddington, as I put on Twitter, is that we are very close to Hannah Hampton Court Palace. So I do hope that the Lioness Twitter, when they're not, that's not a game, they're training, they're staying at Teddington, they do some content in London where Hannah is walking. Hannah Hampton keeper has to go to the palace and just see her namesake.
Yeah, it'll be good. A tour of Hampton Park with Hannah Hampton.
Yes, exactly. I mean, come on. If the Lionesses, if someone in Lioness admin has happened to stumble upon this channel, please, there you go. There's your content. That will keep everyone engaged. A chance to, show to people around the world the wonders of Hampton Court Palace. But no, I think that will be good content. Oh, we're saved. So, as I was saying about Lottie, Matt, before we were so rudely interrupted.
Well, that's a load of nonsense. I've just been listening to you for the last couple of minutes. I literally came in so late, I didn't get to ask to speak. So I quickly grabbed something too. I was looking for my laptop charger. So I do apologise, guys.
You saved us. We'll just get advanced onto our
I completely agree with the Hannah Hampton thing. I think that's a really cool idea.
I will spam it to the Lioness Twitter and the DMs until they until they block me, like most people do. So no.
Well, we haven't blocked you yet, Adam. So you're all good. You've got the cool people.
The thing is, Adam, is
it
that
has
when
me,
you
Matt.
have certain opinions, you do rub people somewhat the wrong way, and if you're doing that, then you're doing something right.
Well, I think I only aim to make people laugh, but I know.
I've got a very good question from Riddy.
Oh,
when is the Arsenal lazy fixture announcement? From what I'm hearing, this is just me hearing. Please don't tell me off, Matt.
Yeah.
I know you will. I'm hearing mid-July. I'm hearing mid-Euros.
I would estimate that because
I can't specify date, but mid-Euros is what I'm hearing. I've requested when they do come out, they're just going to sync to my phone. So
yep,
I'll find out then.
I would mid-July because we've got the Champions League qualifiers, haven't we? That we've got to go through. We've got to sort out pre-season friendlies and things like that. We don't know if we're going to have a game at the Emirates and things like that. We don't know if the Mine series is going to carry on.
Well, it's the Emirates Cup. It won't be a Mine series because
there's no Emirates Cup.
I know there won't be an Emirates Cup.
The Euros. No. Next day is the final. So
and then
very good weekend for me.
And then the men start so early. There'll be no room for it because the women I think start in September. There'll be no room for it. So
exactly. But
thank you.
We should have some free reign come December, hopefully.
Yes.
The Emirates is going to be very, very empty, which means more games for us.
I was going to say it's going to be empty.
What was it?
No one buys the tickets, but
yeah. So, Riddy, I hope that answers your question. Riddy, Woodsy writing Kelly Smith.
Yay.
It's an Arsenal takeover.
Absolutely.
That's what we love, the Arsenal punditry. Jordan Nobbs and Jonas are taking over the commentary this summer as well. Yeah. I'm sure. Behave.
Alex Scott will be on there as well.
I'm sure we'll see the likes of Alex Scott. I'm sure we'll see the likes of Kelly Smith. We'll see something from Righty for sure.
Absolutely. Right is in there as well. He's confirmed.
I'll tell you what, with the road shows as well, I wouldn't be surprised if you do see some other Arsenal legends. I think you're planning to go to the one in London, aren't you? Which is in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah,
Kelly is coming on.
Oh, Chloe Kelly, here we go.
I thought you said I thought you meant Kelly Smith. Then I was going to say,
oh my god, yeah, I know. I was just thinking that.
Soccer. So Chloe Kelly is on, and I think there's another player coming on as well.
Who's they taking off? Hang on. Who did they take off?
Greenwood's come on.
The 16, 12,
Daly's come on.
So Rachel Daly's come on.
It's just a quick reminder.
So Demi Stokes on. Stokes.
They take Lotta, Beth. Oh, Rachel Daly's on for Lotta as well.
Yeah, and Demi Stokes on for Demi Stokes.
It always makes me really weird. See it really weird. Rachel Daly plays up front for Houston Dynamite or on the wing. Houston Dash.
Smash the likes, subscribe, share channel by the amazing people Lottie, Stephen, and the rest of the gang. Thank you very much, Neil. If you are tuning in for the first time, just to let you guys know, I've got some incredible Euro content coming up starting from July. I will have my team on the ground, which is these two fabulous people that are on the screen, and we will get a view inside the stadiums. Adam is a bit silly. He likes his dad jokes, and then I've got my stat man below me, which is Matt. And I absolutely adore the pair of them because we have so much fun together. And finally, we got Vinay Kapoor. Welcome, Vinay. I hope you're enjoying the content. We are streaming from England, so at the moment, and the second half is 30. We're 30 seconds into the second half, and it's still 0-0 for England and Belgium.
Yeah, didn't miss anything.
Hello, sir and sister. Thank you, Vinay. We're underway. We got. Do you know what? I knew there was a reason why I had the volume down today. Emma Hayes is on commentary.
Yeah, but do you know how you stop that? You just throw a pigeon at the commentary booth and it sorts the whole problem out.
Do you know what? I was kind of laughing to myself in my head because like a pigeon flew across the camera. I don't know if you noticed that earlier.
Yeah,
I wonder if Emma Hayes is in the box. I know the camera's probably nowhere near her, but
no, but I mean, if it happens, you're probably getting into a bit of a flap, so it wouldn't.
That's terrible. Thing is, do you know what? I don't think it was that interview. If she hadn't mentioned Arsenal fans, I wouldn't have batted an eyelid.
No, but the fact he does it's rent free.
Yeah, it's great. That is true.
Great. Jonas has got in her head. It's glorious. It's absolutely glorious.
Yeah, I don't know. And like Millie Bright's poor impression of him is just really poor.
I can't wait for next season. If we get the summer right this season, if we get some proper.
Maybe we should try and recreate the Jonas slide.
Where?
On grass.
Where?
On grass.
On what grass? No, where? On a football ground?
No, not a ground. Like we should have set ourselves.
Oh, as a celebration, as a goal celebration. Yeah.
Just like make it a challenge, like sort of thing. Like try and do the Jonas challenge.
Oh, you mean the players should do? The players should do that.
No, not the players. Like ourselves. So we make it a challenge. So then it gets the Chelsea fans like, aggravated because of everything. Like they've tried to make it.
Yeah, no. I'm going to upset the Chelsea fans next season.
Good.
I've got something cooking up, and Adam, you'll appreciate it because you'll be at Meadow Park. You will be at Meadow Park.
I'll just Photoshop my head onto Jonas's shoulders during the knee slide, and then that'll be my submission. Just
winner, chicken dinner. You cheat.
Exactly.
You know what? George was at the football museum. I meant at the Emirates. Did the Emirates tour yesterday, and it was actually really nice to see they put up a little bit of history and things like that, and they had some of the trophies that they had as well.
It's not very much. I mean, me and Georgina, we went in December. You sort of go into the museum, and it's like the first part, and it's 2 screens. But what I really did like when you go in, it's an integration of the men's and the women's team at the same time. And then the women's, like, it's all on the wall and stuff. I'll send you the pictures into the group. There's a screen for the women with Alex Scott, the likes of Anita Asante on there from the quadruple. But the trophies are actually in the, I want to say, West Stand. So, and obviously.
Oh, so we actually have the actual.
The quadruple is in the ground.
Oh, we finally got a yellow card, ladies and gentlemen.
She got her card out. Is it for Lucy Bronze?
Yeah.
Oh, what a surprise.
She high-fived her.
She touched her.
She high-fived her in the face.
High-fived her, and then she went die. Right, yes, so I was meant to bring up this referee at half-time, weren't I? So...
I don't... But looking at her hands aren't the biggest, so I don't know what's going on there.
I think
I understand if she had Peter Crouch hands, but
she's got a jigsaw on her elbow.
I think Ellen's white glove to the face was a bit harder than that. To be fair,
I found that rather puzzling personally, but there we go.
I'm bringing out all the jokes today.
He's on a roll with the dad jokes.
In World Cup qualifying from 21 to 22, she's taken charge of 2 matches.
Here we go, Lauren Hemp.
No.
Chloe Kelly was too marked up. Yeah, she is.
Yeah, she's taken charge of 2 matches. And...
At least the Arsenal girls have had their minutes and they're on the bench and they're safe.
Yes,
apart from Leah. Apart from Leah. That's the one we want on the bench. Not into like. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy watching her play, but after missing her at Christmas,
and bubble wrap.
Just put her in cotton wool.
Yeah, 2 matches, 9 yellow cards.
Yeah.
In the Champions League, she's taking charge of 3 games.
Yeah.
10 yellows.
No yellows.
10.
Oh, 10, sorry.
Oh, gosh. I'll take this. Greenwood out on the wide.
Yeah, Hemp.
No, Lauren Hemp, my bad. No. Not Greenwood. Lauren's lost the ball to Deleuze again. Deleuze is completely boxed empty tonight. That's for sure.
Yeah. She didn't make, so Deleuze got made Hemp lose the ball.
Alex Greenwood very much looks like Alicia Lehmann. Wow.
Now that you mentioned it, you can't unsee it.
Yeah, I know. I was just looking at her hair and I thought, oh my god.
It's funny though. She does wear that expression. Alicia does wear that expression quite a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I saw her play at Villa Park. When I walked in from where the away fans sit and you walk around to the North Bank, I looked at the Villa team. That's the first person I could pick out was Alicia Lehmann, and then Anita Asante. I should be picking up Anita out first.
Yeah,
because she's been in the press so much lately. Because she's dating what's his name from Villa? I've forgotten his name.
Ooh, who's dating who?
Alicia Lehman is dating someone from the men's Villa team.
I thought she was
Ramsey.
No.
Let's just go through the starting 11. So
She did have a girlfriend when she was at West Ham.
She did, but she's now got a boyfriend.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I read it somewhere. It was like all a massive gobsmack sort of thing. Yeah. No, definitely. Right, back to this game. Got Millie Okay, where are we going?
I was just going to bring up that Republic of Ireland. So we got Casey playing in the friendly on Sunday against the Philippines, who have qualified.
Yep.
For
the World Cup. Brilliant.
And then Katie then takes on Georgia on the 27th for the chance to qualify, I believe, because they have 2 games. Two games in hand.
So the Republic didn't make it to the Euros. That would have been good to see. McCabe in. We've got Northern Ireland instead, which will do.
Yeah, I quite like Northern Ireland. When I went to the playoff game between Wolverhampton and Southampton, it was a great game. But Southampton always pick up the Northern Irish players. It's like a mini home from home for them, and it's brilliant. Laura Rafferty's a great centre back. It'll be interesting to see how she does, because obviously she'll be coming up against.
Here we go. Headed on.
No. Come on, get there. She just got. There's no one there.
No one there. No one. She's too fast.
I couldn't even notice who that was. It wasn't
Kelly.
It wasn't Chloe Kelly, the fullback.
Okay.
The fullback. That was.
I think it was Lucy Bronze.
Yeah, it was. She's playing on the near side now, not on the far side.
It's really weird. You can start seeing their tattoos when they go close in. Like, don't really notice it that much until they're actually playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, especially Millie's.
She has a full sleeve, doesn't she? It's really weird.
I'll be honest. I'm not a big fan of tattoos.
No, I'm not either.
I don't want. Yeah, people can. Oh, there I go. Oh no, heading on. It's a
no, again.
Yeah. I wouldn't want it to do.
That last comment, no, not needed here.
No, go away.
No, that is exactly why I haven't brought it up on screen at the moment, Matt. I've seen it.
We're PG. We're not. We're not AFTV. We're not other channels that like to go 18 and.
No, we are clean and lean and supreme.
In other good news, we've got Bethany England and Fran Kirby, Kirby warming up on the sidelines. So
excellent.
It looks like we might see Bethany England and Fran come on, because I think this game is crying for Fran Kirby, if I'm honest.
We need
someone just to take a risk.
Yeah.
Oh, God, don't ask me that. I don't know. But
Kelly.
At the moment.
Georgia?
Luke.
Yeah, it's going to have to be Stanway. Here we go. No.
Stanway.
No.
Tee it up. Drive.
Straight into the arms of the keeper.
It was a good effort.
That was a very good shot from.
See, I told you she was getting closer.
Yeah.
Just
getting closer. Third time the charm. It was on target.
Straight at the keeper. It's Walsh. It wasn't Stanway. It was Walsh.
It was Kieran Walsh.
We now have
one of the keeper's legs as well. They're one of the players' legs as well. It just sort of takes the curve out.
We've got a Man City front three now. We've got White in the centre and Hemp and White in the wings. So Gareth Taylor must be grinning like a Cheshire cat watching this at the moment, just thinking what, and also mourning the fact that he couldn't have this lineup for the whole season.
Yeah.
Just, why now?
He's paying the price for it.
Paying a price for being, having an injury crisis that for Arsenal is just a mere inconvenience. Touch again, deflected. That was sailing in. I thought
that looked like it was going in, but that was Georgia Stanway.
It was so Stanway. So it was Bronze cutting in from the inside. Loose the ball. Belgium failed to clear it properly. Stanway, and it just faded.
Yeah,
It
she was
faded
in
the
the right
wrong
place
way.
at the right time, and it hit the steward on target. I will say that. Just
Yeah.
watching the replay, it
Hit
hit him straight in the chest, and he tried to move, but it didn't happen.
Belgium
It absolutely did not
Bronze
happen.
back into the middle, and now England can build again. They've got the high turnover. Going out wide. Here's Hemp.
Off again.
Checking
Lauren
inside,
Hemp.
cutting inside, Hemp running, beating, running. No, the ref won't buy that. No, the ref's not going to buy that.
No?
No, the chance of goal she'd hit the deck.
Sake.
No.
Lauren Hemp, she always looks like she's had a really nice holiday somewhere.
Yeah, no, she probably has.
Of course she has. She's away from Manchester.
But it's like
anything's going to be a holiday compared to that.
See her play, it's like she's.
To be fair, she's from the nicer part of Manchester, and the council own her main ground. So she's not from Old Trafford.
Fair enough. No, she's not from Salford.
Unfortunately, we have to go there for the opening game.
Well, once we're there, get in there.
We get wonderful spine. It's worth it.
I look forward to going to Old Trafford before we demolish it and build a new stadium. Tick it off the list.
I've been to Old Trafford so many times now.
I've never been to Old Trafford. I've never been inside Old Trafford.
In 8 months, I'm going back, so I'm not impressed. Last time I was there was December 3-2.
Yeah, I know. I was watching it on the iPad in the hotel. That was a
very good game.
Well, it was a good game of football, but I thought it was in a better. And that's a great pass. It's Hemp.
She's off.
Oh, that was
come on.
Come on. Blocked. Yeah.
Come on.
The problem is Hemp had no confidence to keep on going. She was always going to check. And the moment did that, the momentum was completely lost.
The thing is, she got
wide supposed to keep her down. Keeper's supposed to go wide.
Keeper. Oof.
Got away with it. But yeah, that's another thing with the whole end product with Hemp. She's got the path to get her there, and then she's just—it's a free kick. That's a foul by Kelly.
That's a free kick.
That is a free kick.
I think Lauren Hemp's going to come off.
Come on, Chloe.
She had to.
Right. So, Matt, the number 2, who's fairly short, and first 4 letters of her name are PHIL.
That might be the one that I called out earlier. Fitzgens.
Yeah, that's it. That's the name.
Yeah, Filtians.
Yeah, brilliant. So she has just been officially fouled. It's so handy that you've got your thing to hand because mine's on the other side of my house.
I've just opened up the BBC list. We've got the entire Belgian team just as a list on the side of the screen with all numbers. So so I just got it there, and I can just see. And when players have been substituted, it shows the changes. Yeah. So Belgium go long again here, taking on Daly. Back, Belgium. Back to the halfway line.
Bit of Southgate ball there.
Yeah. Trying to break the lines here, go wide. Number 5 is Wantians, and that's straight out on the full.
I think you were saying at the start of the game that they were only opened one side of the stadium. It looks like they've opened 2 sides of the stadium. Yeah,
it looks like it looks like the left. Oh, here comes Kirby.
And Beth England.
The Chelsea team are coming on.
We did have some Tobin Heath chat earlier in just pre-match. We did touch on her returning to Orlando Reign.
I think it's Olympic
and Olympic. Okay, I do apologise about that. But Ellen White and now Georgia Stanway is on, and Fran Kirby is on as well with Bethany England. Georgia Stanway has come off. I didn't see who the second person was.
Hold on, we'll get it in a second, won't we? No, we won't, because Belgium are making the change.
Yeah, Belgium changes.
It's Fran and Beth are on for White and Stanway.
I was thinking about this earlier. If we were to
Delacour and Phil Jens are off for Dont and Missipo for Belgium. Sorry.
That's amazing hair. That's like a Fellaini of a hair right there, folks.
It's really weird because in the book she doesn't have the blonde highlights.
Yeah, no, exactly. The thing is, these photos were probably taken a while ago, and
these would have been all done in March.
Yeah, exactly. So, and us girls, we like to change our hair a lot. So
Yeah. But men like to change their hair as well. It's not
Gary.
Gary, I step away and come back. No score. Wait, own goal. Lol. Well, Gary, I know you're missing. Oh, come on.
That was actually brilliant timing because.
Oh my god. I didn't even see that because I was messing around with the comments.
Go!
That was brilliant timing, you two.
1-0 England.
Up and running, and it's who's that? The
1-0
heart of it. Kelly at the heart of it, cutting inside. It's just that's what it's going to take. Just a lucky deflection, just to bounce off, something freakish.
It was Anna Tizak, the one that we were talking about, and the women's Euro official site has said she is one to watch for this season.
So
Anna Tisiak.
Yeah, she came off at half time for Deneve. So yes, Kelly fronts up the defender, cuts left, and then it's just here, and then it's just a leg. It's a stray leg attempting to block there, and it's just diverted past the keeper. It's a fluke. Yeah. It's a goal. Hopefully England can just press home here.
First international goal.
Oh
no! What? Oh, poor girl, scoring against our own team.
Awful.
Oh no, they've given it to Chloe Kelly.
Oh, Chloe Kelly. Oh, brilliant! That's even better.
Yeah. So thankfully,
the
ignominy.
This is the first time I've actually seen her play for England recently. I can't remember her playing in any of the other games. Correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, but I don't remember her playing at all.
The wild card has paid off clearly. The Belgium didn't know how to deal with her.
She is our wild card.
So if you really want to watch
it's been given to Chloe Kelly Juan clapping his hand. Ready? It was on target. Okay, ready? Ready? And it is on target.
It did look on target. It looked like it was going towards the far post and the defence nudged towards the near. So
I just don't understand that rule. As far as I'm aware, like if it's taken deflection. Like it's a yellow. It's a yellow card. it's harsh. No, I mean it should be. You know what I mean? It should be given as a own goal. It shouldn't be.
Kirby. The problem is now the comments will tell us when there's a goal, so we might as well stop watching now. They'll just say they're going to tell us if there's a goal or not. So quite frankly, the format's ruined.
I think the keeper has got covered. If I'm honest, that from that replay. She didn't need. It's just taken off her shin.
The thing is, the keeper has to make the call.
Looking at the replay, yeah. It's not bad for on the replay. To be fair, I'm quite pleased for her because I think that's her first England goal as well. So we can't take that away from her.
No, you can't take it away from Kelly, and she deserves that after coming back from an injury, being robbed of the Olympics because she would have played in the Olympics if she'd not had that awful injury right at the end of the season.
So that. That's also kind of an important fixture. Then you think maybe best.
I thought that would have been a foul, but England got the ball back anyway. I cycle back to Williamson and back onto Bright. I think Williamson looks like he's dropped into the centre of defence now.
Essentially, Adam, what you've said from Chloe and Beth. Essentially, you've got two players there that are trying to make their mark now, and. They've got extra motivation to try and get into that starting 11.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, Mead showed some very good touches, but of course it was Kelly with the goal. Bronze flipped forward, onwards.
Another corner.
We were talking about Heath, weren't we? I was going to say, would you ever think that they would do like an international ambassador role for her? You both gone mute.
I'm back now. No, my AirPods went mute, but I think I'm back now. So don't worry.
I'm still here.
Yeah, just like she'd be the American ambassador for Arsenal because she's a gooner for life. You've seen the photos, and she said thank you and everything.
Second goal coming up, everyone.
Right, guys, stop putting that in the chat, please. I just want to see the goals. I'm going to turn the chat off in a minute. Here we go.
Williamson.
No.
That's a hell of a volley.
Yay! Rachel Daly. She's come back to the UK. What a goal. Well done, Margot.
You know what?
It's 2-0.
Top bins.
A bit late there.
Riddy Saka. No spoilers, guys. Well,
It's
you know
all right.
what,
What I'm
guys?
gonna do,
You
I'm
can
gonna.
put what you want in the chat. It's fine. I will probably put them on once I've seen the goal.
I'll
So it's
just
2-0. Whoa,
I'll
that
tell
was
you
an
what, that was a
absolute
brilliant
class
volley.
goal. That is a very, very, absolutely class volley.
It's a bit
Wow.
scrappy, but that there is brilliant.
Leah
And that's
Williamson
good.
come back.
I think
Bang.
you're gonna have
The
to give a
keeper
little
had
bit of
no
credit to
chance.
Lauren Hemp because it comes off her knee.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's great to see.
Yeah, no.
Nice touch there. Turnover high. I might just force myself to live, and then that way I can sort of, be ahead of the comments.
Head of the
Kelly.
Be our psychic stew for the night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Really, you're not the only one that's put her on mute.
Yeah, just play catch the pigeon over the top, and then and it'll be fine.
So that is her 4th goal for 2022 for England.
I'm just going to throw a picture up.
I'll take that back. Hang on a second. No, it is her. Yeah, for 21-22 season, she's had 7 games and 3 goals. She's doing really. Yep. No, in the qualifiers.
Good. No, it's good to see that she's
qualifiers, but this is her 4th goal.
It's good to
that's
see
another thing she's gone.
Oh, it's good to see she's found consistency because we needed to score on a daily basis. So that's it's good to see.
Riddy, sorry guys, Riddy, you're a bit late. I've had her on mute for the last 67 minutes plus pre-match talk. You're a bit late, mate.
It's a shame because Seb Hutchinson's a good commentator.
It is a shame, but I
didn't know.
I don't think she's on the Euros BBC comp.
No, I don't think she is. To be honest.
We got a better mate. We got
Jordan Nobbs. We got Jordan Nobbs. We don't need Emma Hayes. That is true.
No, we've got a good manager as a commentator.
Yeah, definitely for sure. Oh, come on.
20 to go. England are winning 2-0. What's there not to love? I mean, just a shame more people couldn't be there to watch it. But this is what watching England should be about.
All right, Lucy Bruns kicking off again, straight into Millie, and across to Leah. Is that Leah? Yeah.
So they've got. I'm just looking at who they've decided to pick. They've got Gabby Logan, Alex Scott, Reshmi Chowdhury.
Yeah, Reshmi Chowdhury.
Leah Barber, Kelly Summers.
Yeah. Ailey Barber. Yeah, Ailey Barber and Kelly Summers.
Farrah Williams, Ian Wright, Kelly Smith, Anita Asante, Izzy Christensen, Rachel Brown-Finesse, Smooth Smith, Kyra Hamilton, who plays for Glentoran, former Northern Ireland captain Gail Redmond, French defender Laura Georges, Jonas Ivell, Vicky Lasada.
That's a good shout.
Anouk Hoog-Genjijk.
Okay.
And the Dutch international with over 100 caps for our country. Scott Booth, former Glasgow City and Birmingham City women coach.
Yeah.
The commentary will be Robin Cohen and Vicky Sparks. Other members will be Jonathan Pearce.
JP's on there. Was John Pearce on there?
Yeah, he usually does the women's.
No, when I was looking for the BBC, I didn't see Jonathan Pearce's name on there, but he used to do the England games. But what I'm hoping is what's going to happen is that Robin Cowan and Vicky Sparks are going to commentate for the England games, and that the likes of Ali Bruce Ball and Jonathan Pearce and that lot will be doing the other games. I was speaking to actually Seb, and apparently he's only doing the one game in the tournament. Apparently,
you know what? I'm kind of glad that Sam Matterface isn't doing the commentary because
oh god,
he does my head in at times.
He did. Did you hear what he said on Soccer Aid?
I didn't watch Soccer Aid.
Oh, I did because it's I want to see a woman score a goal, but there's a bit where there was a very patronising comment he made Eni Aluko. I just heard that and it I just winced. It was just no, I find him a very irritable commentator. He's not one of my favourites. I prefer to listen to Clive Tilsley because the guy's a legend.
He was all right, but he's just sort of become too arrogant.
He tries to over dramatize everything. Like sometimes,
you know what? For me personally, he's just got it in for Saka because he's an Arsenal player, and I just can't.
He's a Chelsea fan.
I know.
Well, that explains
but
so
like,
much.
No, it does explain a lot.
Leah's having a bit of a argument. I think she's complaining about the way they're being too aggressive.
And Kirby.
Who else was on that list? Let's just quickly run through the rest of them because Morlenstein and Mark Scott, Curry will be the camp reporter. Kelly Summers being the tournament reporter.
Yeah.
Thomas Kane will do the Northern Ireland camp. Nicola McCarthy doing the tournament reporting for Northern Ireland.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic the BBC do, and the BBC have got obviously the monopoly on it. It's not a split ITV, it's solely on the BBC. Here comes Hemp. Cross. Head. Oh no. Oh God, England's embraced the inner Ellen White. She's what an ugly mess that was.
Boys, what minute are you on?
70 something.
Hold on. I'm on a replay at the moment, so I can't give you the exact time.
I'm just behind you.
Beth England.
Oh, that was appalling.
That was
come on, Beth England as a Chelsea player should be doing so much better. I wonder whatever
those situations before, but why go for the diving header? Why not?
No, go for the volley. Yeah. She's clearly misjudged
the thing
flight.
is, she's
got for the head, and the ball's dropped, and that's why she's
offside anyway. She would have been offside when she got the ball.
What I was saying about the great thing with the BBC, I mean, I'm all for the BBC Sport. I think it's the better coverage, and it's great. But what's interesting is if you flick through the annals of time. Originally, the BBC would only ever do the England games at women's tournaments live, but now all the games, it doesn't matter if it's single or not, it's every game is on broadcast or it's on the iPlayer. I think that's fantastic. It's everywhere now. It's not just because like when we last held the Euros in 2005, it was we'll show all the England games and we'll only show the semi-finals or quarterfinals if England get that far. And of course, they didn't without the group. So it's great to see that they've now, it's
so
every game.
Beesmans and Winatches are up. Van Jellin and Van Guelwi. I probably said those Belgium names wrong, but those two players are now on. And it's an England throw. Deleuze is on the floor. Do you know what? She's had a cracking game, Deleuze.
Yes,
absolute cracking game.
She's done well to hold up the likes of. Yeah, she's done well.
That was a silly foul by Chloe Kelly. Silly. There's absolutely no need for that.
It's the Netherlands are next. The Netherlands are next up. Friday, the 24th of June.
Yeah, we are back at 7:00. So that will be fun for all pre-match chat.
And then it's Switzerland.
I'm not sure who I've got on my panel, but it's going to be Friday night. And it's going to be some fun, I think.
I think it will be.
The game against Switzerland as well.
I think it's the biggest game out of the three fixtures that we've got. I mean, the third fixture we have got Switzerland, and next two teams. We, as Arsenal fans, we do have some soft spots for certain players, some more than most, and and that is obviously next. Is in 2 weeks' time for the 29th.
The Netherlands is a really fascinating one because it's Serena Wiegman. But she's
not going to be there, unfortunately. So it's going to be extreme. It's her sister's funeral, so I think that's the game she's going to miss.
Right.
Yeah, so she's actually not in charge for that game, which is a shame because that's one game I want to see how she does against Viv.
But it's
that's
also
going to be very interesting.
I was wondering what the time that the Switzerland game is actually in Switzerland. So
I think that links into Riddy's question. Are any of us going to Nuremberg away next month?
No.
I don't think so. We're going to be traveling. Some of us. Well, I'm only got 3 tickets, so I've got 3 games for the Euros. These boys will be traveling around the country to watch the games.
As many as we can.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So. They will be following the teams around and seeing all their favourite Arsenal players. So, I've got to say, I thought I was going to be the first person to say this, but Liz beat me to it. It's coming home.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is certainly coming home. Riddy has said he'd rather listen to Rachel Finns-Brown.
But Brown finish, yeah. No, that's a fair shout.
She does make some good points at times, and her voice has that sort of calmness. She doesn't go quite aggressive as others.
The thing is with me, I like an old school commentator when a goal goes in and it's so goal and it just gives you that energy of the ground, and we just don't get that anymore. Mr. Loco, go England! Come on, girls! Red Heart. Gary, oh look, I start watching England again and they score. Lol. I hope you're happy. Do you know what, Gary? You've got some absolute cheek tonight. Like, you're just jealous. The USA have got no chance of winning the Euros because they're not even in it.
Yeah, I know.
So, and
you could have been in it if you can't thrown his toys at the pram back in the 1700s, but we'll look over that.
So,
a couple of them.
There we go. I'd rather listen to the canon chat along.
Holy, stop it!
Yeah, but when we haven't got a chat along, this was in the days before we had chat alongs, Lee. So I'm talking proper old school commentary, and if you're sitting on the radio and the commentator will go mad, and it's just like it just gives you a piece of what's happening in the ground. And now it's like, let's go.
One of my favourite commentators.
Oh, here we go. Big switcher play.
Here we go.
All time was John Motson, because he wouldn't just give you the emotion of the grounds. He would actually be giving you stats and facts left, right, and centre.
Motti was amazing. It's one of the reasons I actually absolutely, one of my great furies as watching England was when they lost at home to Croatia 3-2, because it meant that Motti didn't get one last major tournament. Commentating on England. Because they lost to Wright and then to ITV.
You know what? This referee needs to get out of England's way.
Yeah.
She's annoying me now. Oh, come on, Lucy. That should be better than that.
It's nice to see that they've got school kids in the ground. A lot of them are from football club, local football clubs. So it looks like they have done the right thing, and they're bringing.
Turnover.
That's brilliant play. Well done. Is that Kira Walsh?
Probably.
Unfortunately,
on the previous World Cup, I thought I didn't really rate Walsh. I thought she had a very poor World Cup. There was a lot of she wasn't strong.
Adam, I'm really sorry. Gary said, just remember, if I want to, I can claim my birthright. I spent my first 9 years of my life in London. I mock because I can. Lol. Well,
good. At least you know where your roots are. So
exactly, and at least you know where your bread's buttered.
At least you haven't let the American way contaminate your true heritage. So
Yeah, that is true.
Do you call trousers or pants? Do you call fuel gas or petrol?
What side of the road do you drive on? More importantly, is it a sidewalk or is it a pavement?
Jam or jelly?
Don't get me started on that conversation.
Michael McIntyre.
Different things.
How do you spell colour? How do you pronounce aluminium?
Do you know what? You're going to trigger me. It's not aluminum.
I just say tinfoil.
Adam, I like you. Gary says.
That doesn't sound menacing in the slightest.
No. It's all fun with Gary. Gary is good fun. He's one of my favourites from stateside. So I know. I call him out a lot, but he's always got something to say. Sorry.
Falls in head.
Not Hem. England. Sorry.
I'm American. Sorry, but I know the difference.
So this is if we're gonna have those floating balls in, it's where you need an Alicia.
Whoa! Another high turnover.
Right, guys. For people in the chat, if you have got the game on and you're still listening to us, or you're just listening to us, which players impressed you the most? Get the answers in the chat. Boys, you're going to have to wait to the end of the show. So I don't want you to answer that yet. So it can be a Belgian player, or it can be an England player, or it can be one of each. Get your thoughts in. Adam does not look like he likes that question at all.
No, I just saw Bronze go down. I thought she might have propped herself, but obviously not.
Oh, please don't do that.
No. Hemp's off. And she's getting flags are waving in her honour, and Keats is on.
Hey,
here she comes.
So with the Netherlands, I take it we're going to have our strongest team out available.
100%.
Yeah,
the likes of Viv, Jill,
I'd say
Danielle. 100%.
I'll be singing that.
they got Mertens and Bernstein.
No, do you know what? Depending on what I'm hoping that Mead gets number 9, because I'm going to change the word. She's from Arsenal. She's our number 9. Scores for England, red and white.
Yeah, exactly.
It works. It does work.
Or we just shout Meadows on fire when she scores, and then that will
that would be wicked. Really wicked.
Here's Kells.
Here we go again.
Cross, volley, corner.
Good block.
The thing is, this is all about getting match fitness in these players' legs. You can tell they're not on it fully. We're not, but it's. I think there's been plenty to enjoy, and it just means more training on the training ground. And hopefully I don't think we'll beat the Netherlands.
I didn't realise this is not an international friendly. This is actually a Women's World Cup qualifier.
Is
I'm
it?
such a donut. Yeah, it is. I've just my stream has froze and I've restarted it and I'm waiting for it to come back. And it says World Cup qualifiers.
No, on the BBC website it says international friendlies.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Okay, so they've got it again.
Goal! It's in!
Goal! It's Williamson!
Leah!
First goal as captain. I have got an absolute Google advert on my screen and I've missed it.
You can watch it on the catch-up. It's from a set piece. It's from that corner that got when Kelly tried to get the cross in, and it was volley behind. So the corner comes in. I think it's Keats with the original, actually. So it comes to, I think, Keats the back post, headed off the line, and Leah places the volley in off the crossbar. Actually, it might be an own goal. It might be an own goal. Yeah, it's an own goal. It's an own goal. It's bounced off the. It's like Mikel Arteta's last goal for Arsenal. That technically wasn't his last one.
They still gave it to him, though. I was at that game.
They didn't in the end. They said in the game, but overall they didn't. So it's come off the keeper. It's come back out and off the keeper's head.
Here we go again. Paris.
No, it's come free. I'm confident it'll go down as no goal. So, yeah, Everard own goal. Ball played through here, and the defender's got there just in time. And that was Daly, I think. Yeah. I was offside anyway. So that's no goal for the captain, which is absolutely rotten luck. But it's a third goal and just adds a bit of gloss to it.
I'm back and I am just approaching 84 minutes.
Oh, congratulations. I don't think that was
offside. We don't have Belgium in our group.
No, we don't.
They're not. They're Group D.
Group D.
D, you said, I think you said?
Yeah, we're in Group D. We've got Austria.
Well, we're in Group A.
We're Group A. We're Group A. Austria, Norway.
And Northern
No,
Ireland.
I'm talking about for the World Cup qualifiers.
Oh, okay.
I'm just trying to find out.
It's been so long. I haven't looked at that since February, so.
Yeah, Belgium are in Group F at the moment with Norway, Poland, Albania, Kosovo, and Armenia.
Well, Norway should get through that. Norway should get through the group, so it'll be Belgium. Will have to be one of the best.
Yeah, they're top at the moment with.
I thought this Seb guy was meant to be good. He just said that Nikita Paris has had a shambolic season at Arsenal.
She has had a shambolic season at Arsenal.
I know, but everybody knows that. We don't need to state the obvious.
Yeah, no. Well, okay, maybe it's a bit harsh, but I'd rather that than you just say, yeah, she's a stormer. I mean, he's
yeah.
Let's not. Yeah, let's not sugarcoat it.
I don't like that people are speculating that she's going to leave.
She better not be going to Tottenham. I will not.
I heard Man United.
I don't want her to leave, and I'm going to be brutally honest. You don't spend a lot of money on a.
But I think
you
that
don't spend a lot of money on a player and then turn around and get rid of them because they've they've literally just come back from another country and they're trying to get used to the league. Her fitness might not be up.
I just think
I'd rather she stay.
I don't know if her playing style sort of lines up with Jonas though. I think she was a mistake of it. I think she was signed basically as a signing for that would have been maybe worked on a Joe Montemurro. But I don't know if she can change her playing style to how Jonas wants to play. And I think if she's not starting, because she's a player that should be starting, if she's not starting, then what's the point?
I'd rather her give it another go. I don't want to see her booted out the door just yet. Like
she may choose to go rather than us boot her. She may say,
if she does go, it will be to Everton, and she'll be.
She used to play for Everton, didn't she? She was where she started.
It's Everton through and through. She won't go to Liverpool if given the chance. I
just
think
think
she's only been given a 2-year
That
contract.
didn't look
anyway,
very nice
so-
for Rachel Daly. She's holding her jaw. Oh, she elbowed her twice in the face.
Oh my
Then she
word.
got a shoulder in the face. Oh,
Oh man.
ouch.
Hold it, pull it out.
Oh, refs call
Now
attention to it.
Yeah, I've just saw the elbow and
Oh dear.
not once. Oh yeah, shoulder barge, a shoulder straight to the jaw.
Yeah.
I always find it weird though. She's a forward playing in America and she's a defender playing for England.
She's doing a Katie McCabe.
Yeah, she plays everywhere. Come on.
She's here.
She's also doing a Leah.
It's all. How does it try and go? She's here. She's here. She's everywhere.
No, she's here. She's there. She's everywhere.
Every something where. Okay, it's off Ted Lasso.
Oh yeah, no. I sort of know that one. I know the other one with the zing. Chips
we've got Katie McCabe, but
yeah,
no, it's Daly. That's what Daly is. She just plays everywhere. Yeah, she could probably be playing goal if she wanted to. It's a bit.
I think she's a bit too short to play in goal.
Mm-hmm.
So at the moment, we've just passed the ball down the back line between Leo, Millie.
You know what was always good was she
turnover.
I think she was played at when she played at West Ham. She pretty much played at the back because she was trying to get used to it a little bit more in the COVID season.
Yeah.
Yeah, she came on loan, didn't she?
Chloe Kelly going into the box with Deleuze on her tail.
No, I've got to stop them passing backwards and forwards, so you were in front again.
You were taking this. You're on a better stream.
Serena still doesn't look very happy. She's just screaming and screaming from the sideline.
Well,
which is what I like to see.
She demands perfection.
Oh, I know. And that's what takes her far, and that's what makes her win things.
I'm just glad she's not sporting a Gareth Southgate lookalike waistcoat.
For that.
I remember seeing that.
Instead, she's got those. What's her name from Coronation Street? The glasses, Blanche glasses.
Right. I remember watching. I think it was England played. I think it was Denmark in a warm up. And about at Doncaster, and I saw that, and I thought, you're copying Southgate. You're clearly doing that. You're copying Roy Southgate and think
Neville.
I'll give it advice. Yeah, Neville. And I saw that, and I thought it was so. I was like, why are you? you can't. I've
got to say tonight, the Lioness Twitter is a bit slow tonight. They've only just tweeted that Keats is on for Lauren Hemp.
Wow.
That is very slow. It's a bit poor from the admin.
No, it's like an England men builder.
You know what? It's nice to watch an England game where you don't get angry and want to punch a wall or throw things.
I tell you what, I was watching that game and I wasn't angry. I was laughing. I was actually laughing because thinking, "Oh, it can't be 3.
No, it is 3. Angry. I was just bored.
I was bored. I watched 5 minutes and I spent the whole day time playing on my phone. And it was just on in the background. I wasn't engaged with it, and I found it entertaining when we were conceding goals because it was like,
save 3 minutes remaining of the 90, and Earps has just made a Aaron Ramsdale style save straight on the floor into her hands. So that was right on the line as well.
But yeah, it was just laughable entertainment. So how silly can it get? And he got to 4, and I was in hysterics. I was just like, okay, well that's just where we are at the moment, and yeah, we'll see what happens. But
yeah.
Anyway, 3-0.
Pick a starting 11 against the Netherlands. I think Roback will come in goal. Yeah. I think you can have the pivot of Leah Walsh, Leah and Kira Walsh.
Yeah.
Leah and Kira. Let's try saying that 4 times fast.
Yeah. Leah Walsh and Kira. Oh no, I got to last one. I was like,
Kira Lira.
We're gonna end up having like some sort of double pivot name, aren't we? For him, you're gonna have Kieran or something like that.
She might bring Scott in. You might want to keep that pivot fresh and try a different midfield. Scott might get a run around. 2 might get a run. We might see Russo up front instead of White. So
I think you'd want to start with Ellen White just to see how it goes and then go from there.
Well, I think she's given White the run today. I think she'll try a different striker. I think she might start with England. She might start with England.
Bronze cross in and clearance by
just time to pass it around.
But Beth England didn't get there in time.
Yeah.
That was a nice cross from Lucy Bronze.
You could put
very nice
Beth
cross.
England up top for that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that is true. But she just sometimes I don't find that she hasn't got enough speed behind her. She is good, but Adam, that was really loud. I've got my headphones in.
Sorry, I was just following the fly to the ball. Sorry.
Please bringing back childhood memories.
Yeah, I know.
What?
Do you remember the sweets that used to do those?
What this? Oh, like a slide whistle thing.
Like the whistle things. Yeah, that's what you sounded like.
Oh, what musical sweets from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang?
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah.
And that should be that, I think. There we go. 3-0. An England win. Another win.
Yep.
For,
I'm still 20 seconds behind. So
spoiler: Belgium scored 3 goals again. It's 3-3. Just before I let you know.
Amazing. But which 2 players scored? That is the question.
I know.
He's going to go through his book now, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's going to look at his screen, his tab that he's got open, and not look at us.
I'm not.
Pick his 3 players.
Belgium, number 8, number 9,
and
number 10.
Serena has got a smile on her face. That's what we love to see.
I've got 20 seconds left.
Oh, you're still behind me.
Everything's very serene at the moment. That's good to see.
Okay, so I've just seen Lucy Bronze's tattoo on the back of her arm. She's got a recycling sign as a tattoo, which is interesting.
I thought it was a jigsaw piece.
No, it's because she keeps recycling the ball from the turnovers, so it's just a mental reminder just to get.
Definitely. Right, guys in the chat, if you can put in your player of the match.
A jigsaw piece.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
it didn't look like that to me when I saw it. But players of the match, guys, I am gonna go with Chloe Kelly.
She came on.
Little Miss Wildcard, and she impressed me. She absolutely impressed me. But goal of the match goes to Daly. That was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful from the English. So I'm going to go to Matt first.
I think there's been... I'm going to look at the Belgian team, to be honest. I think the number...
You can pick one from each. That's fine. Because if I was going to pick a Belgian one, I would have gone for Deleuze.
I think it would have been tough between Tizak and Toulouse, but I think I'll go for Tizak.
Yeah.
I think having Chloe Kelly coming in for that second half, she made the difference in the end. Mm-hmm. So I'll give it to Chloe Kelly for England.
Is it unanimous, Adam?
No, I'm going to give it to Hemp.
Okay.
I'm going to give it to Hemp. I thought Kelly did well, but I thought because Kelly only came on briefly, sort of in the second, late in the second half. I think throughout the first half, Hemp and Mead were running the show on the wings.
Yeah.
If on a different day, they might have got an assist or might have got a goal, and Hemp continued that all throughout the second half as well. So I'm going to give it to her for just being an absolute menace around that wing for the entire, pretty much. I think she's got 80 minutes in the tank. So
yeah, speaking of your menace, I know one of her favourite fans has just dropped into the chat, and she's my co-host for the Euros. It's G. She said, "What a win!" Well, G, let us know your player of the match and your goal of the match, will you please?
Oh, I didn't give a goal of the match.
Tell us.
Oops.
My goal of the match was the own goal. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
Mine was going to be Williams and great volley.
No, definitely, 100%. Reedy said good night. Love the shows. Well, welcome, Reedy. Make sure you come and join us back next Friday. We're back with the Netherlands game.
Hey.
7 or 7:15. I will advertise on my Twitter. Gary, don't wait. Great show. Even though you made fun of my American upbringing.
Sorry, Gary.
Have a good evening. Until the next one. Gary, we will see you next Friday, mate. Have a good evening. There we go. And G has gone for a complete wild card as usual, and it's Greenwood for her.
She's gone left field.
Changed the tempo, lovely deliveries. And this is why I asked you, because she gives me an obscure answer, and it's like I wouldn't have picked Greenwood. So
No, it's fresh out.
I love it. I love it. So, well, I will be back next Friday with some luck, and hopefully my co-host will be back with us, and then we've got a little announcement for you all, which will be it's very, very exciting. I have mentioned it several times throughout the show. Me and Georgina will be running our Euro content. Albert JTV will also be joining us as well.
Hey.
So, and we will be live throughout the month. I will have the wonderful Adam and my stat man who's below me live in the ground, coming from the ground. So we get to have a look round. Some of the grounds, we normally do this in the season anyway, but these guys have offered their time, not as a match day vlog, but just to give us a sneak peek on the atmosphere and how many people are turning up.
And we know how to change cameras now, so
yeah,
that makes it even better.
I get to do that, so I'll need to try that for the first time.
Yeah, I'm sure Matt can run you through it at some point beforehand. There's some semi training, so it won't be too bad. Gary has said his first goal was the goal of the match. Probably was going in, right?
Yeah, it was going in. Just took a little nick to the Fox defender.
Oh, definitely. But we'll be launching. Myself and Georgina will be launching the show on the 5th of July. We've got a very, very special guest joining us, which I'm really excited about because he has actually had interviews. He's actually interviewed Serena. He lives in the Netherlands himself, and his writing for The Secret Footballer has absolutely been brilliant. So I will reveal the guest closer to the 5th of July because it's very, very exciting because he will be joining us from the Netherlands. So it's exciting stuff. Right. We've officially been on here for nearly 2.5 hours. Thank you all for joining us. I've really enjoyed this with my two favorite guests who are always about. Matt, where can everyone find you?
We'll tell George that.
You know, you guys, you're all my favorites on a WhatsApp group. I can rely on you all, and I love it.
Yeah. So my Twitter is @MattLR28.
Brilliant.
And my Twitter's there. Adam Adam Salter 4.
Brilliant. Thank you, Adam. I was about to say, can you say that for oh, sorry about the car alarm, guys. I don't know how that happened. But yeah, for our audio listeners, thank you for saying that. I do appreciate it. Anybody wants to follow me, it's @Lottie B on the screen, but please add a 10 because my Twitter handle has changed. And that is the show for tonight, guys. And we will be back
with more car alarms.
Friday. Definitely. Oh, car alarm stop now. Very good. Hey. And we will be back next week on Friday night. Have a good evening, everybody.
Cheers.